with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as chat's with 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His supports is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most things of across the board we charge toward because his code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machineers. Norton burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if our true fan his chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Claw's cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits are well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an act that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. 3 streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome back to DSP Bingo for what is today, Wednesday, 28th of January 2026. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and hope you're enjoying your day so far. The bad man is not yet awake to his stream. He's planned to build Lego today in a day stream, and yes, this is actually Phil's thumbnail. Phil generally seems to believe he looks like this, which is fucking bizarre because it looks nothing like him. But obviously, so this is a demonstration of Phil using AI to kind of create the thumbnails, okay? So, right before the stream began there, while the intro was playing, I ran over to Google Gemini, and I gave Gemini a simple prompt, okay? I asked Gemini, please create a cel-shaded picture of DSP Gaming building Lego. That was all I asked. That was all I asked. And the end result was this. I did not have to give any other prompts whatsoever. I didn't have to tell Gemini. I just said DSP Gaming. I didn't fucking say make him say this or make him say that. I literally just told Gemini, please create a cel-shaded picture of DSP Gaming building Lego. And this was the outcome that it provided me, with no other prompts from me to tell about who. So yeah, so that's incredible. Honestly, this is I didn't have to. That is so yeah. Gemini knows who DSP Gaming is. Put it that way. And this is what it produced, and that to me is a far more accurate representation of DSP than whatever the fuck this is. So, Jesus, I couldn't believe that. I could not fucking believe that shit. So yeah, I just couldn't. I just thought, you know, I wonder, like, could I create a better fucking DSP thumbnail of him building Lego, and like literally zero effort, and it fucking produced that fucking AI masterpiece slot. What the fuck, man? So there we go. Yeah, but the bad man is not yet awake, as you can see here, but yeah, he's going to bore the ever-living bejesus out of everyone because he's going to dedicate today to building Lego on a day stream, and of course the night stream is going to be committed to him playing Street Fighter 6 some more. Even though he fucking played it yesterday on the day stream, so yeah, there we go. We'll cover that a wee bit later on, of course. I mean, as a compilation, as a supplemental compilation covering Monday night's gameplay, as well as Tuesday's daytime stream of him playing Street Fighter 6, you know, so we'll watch that, I'll say, for bingo. Beforehand, some Twitter stuff to go through. Paul's Pass here, a nice little kind of comparison here. This is what Phil sees in the mirror, and this is what everyone else sees in the mirror. You know, so interesting. So as if this is what Phil sees, and this is what the rest of the fucking planet sees. So there you go, nice little side by side there. And I've got elite equipment there, just coming in with the absolute the fatality, absolute fatality. You know, that's a more accurate representation for sure. Oh God Almighty! But there you go. So, so Phil has laid out his plans. This is a tweet here from Josh Clarno here, Josh Crocetti, on Twitter. The plans for the next 10 to 15 plus years of DSP Gaming. If you thought the content was unwatchable already, Just you wait.
Will I ever retire? Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to, because I'm gonna be too old. You know, eventually I won't be able to do this.
Old bastard.
You know, full time for a living. But like I said, what I will do is I get older. We'll phase out as all the full-time gameplay. I'll still do some gameplay, more part-time gameplay, more laid-back gameplay. There'll be more talk-style shows, things maybe about the news and things talking about history and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be more social experiment, more social streams rather than just gameplay streams as I get older. Right now, I'm good, but probably give it another 10, 15 years, I'm going to start to have problems.
Jesus.
Stuff, you know? So we will have to phase stuff out. But I would like to stream as long as I can until I just don't want to anymore, you know?
I guess in hindsight, this means that we're getting some bingo for at least 10, 13 years, you know what I mean? So bingo is not going anywhere as long as Phil's not going anywhere. That's the way I see it. Although, knowing my luck, I'll probably die before DSP does because I'm a big fat bastard, so there you go. So, Bland Polecat, the comment here. So Phil was raging playing Street Fighter, and Phil apparently said you shouldn't have to memorize to do a combo in Street Fighter. Says the dude that is continuously complaining about the button mashing and pattern play.
The problem is when they make it too overly complicated. Now there's 7,000 variations on everything, so now you have to memorize an encyclopedia of knowledge to know which version of which one to use in which situation. No one wants to do that. I don't want to memorize like I'm in fucking school to learn how to do a combo in Street Fighter. They really screwed that up. It doesn't need to be that serious.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Not only is Phil describing pattern players there, but is he not? He's basically bitching and whining and moaning about people having the skill to be able to pull off those combos. He keeps trying to fucking claim that he's the most skilled fucking Street Fighter player in the game, you know what I mean? And people fucking beat him by bullshit mechanics, whatever. He's literally complaining about other people being more intelligent than he is because they can pull off the combos that he can't memorize. He's actually upset that some people are capable of being more skillful than he is. It's such a bizarre fucking line and bitching. What the fuck, man? Also, this one, so yeah, peace. This done numbers. This done some fucking numbers, okay? And for good reason, okay? Mashed, this is just called mash jab, but it's not just that. Phil shit talks his opponent because they walked into a hit. And then Phil proceeds to walk into the same hit multiple times in a row. It has to be seen to be believed here. Look at this shit.
Walked right into it.
And then, once, twice, thrice, 4 times.
Mash jab.
Yeah, so never mind Phil walking into the same attack 4 times in a fucking row. Immediately after fucking him mocking his opponent for walking into his own fucking attack beforehand. Like that shit was like, you could not have scripted that. You could not. The fact that Phil actually fucking said that and then proceeded to fucking walk into the opponent's same attack 4 times in a row. One more time. One more time.
Walked right into it.
Incredible. Incredible.
Mash jab.
Jesus Christ, that was unreal. That done some numbers. That got over. That's got almost 2,000 likes on Twitter already, and it was uploaded like pretty late last night for me. It's after bingo done. So yeah, peace going viral again. Phil going viral. For all the wrong reasons. And Dark Dragon says it's so much worse than walking into attack. He reacted to the fireball the same way 4 times. It's insane. It's just the fact that he ran his mouth because his opponent walked into an attack before he immediately does this, falls for the same thing 4 times in a row. And it's unbelievable the lack of self-awareness in that clip there. It's absolutely insane. And finally, this is from Phil's night stream here. DSP shoots his shot too early in the final stage of that T2 game, and he gets forced to start the entire game over. Remember, this game is a relatively short game. You can complete the whole entire game in like one singular stream, effectively. You know what I mean? It takes like 2 hours or something. to complete the whole game. It's a very short game. Because of that, though, it doesn't have a whole bunch of checkpoints.
What?
Terminated.
What was I supposed to do? The gunshot passed through him and didn't hit him. Dude, that is ridiculous. I didn't do anything wrong.
You shot too early, really. I mean, you gotta fucking think about the fucking frame, so.
The bullet passed through him and didn't hit him. That's bullshit.
It's kind of weird that Phil actually had fucking reflexes that were too fast at once.
That is legitimate bullshit.
Wait, the best part's coming. The best part's coming. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Like, what did I do wrong? I shot him and it passed through his body. I gotta start the whole game over.
Lol.
You gotta be kidding me.
No.
I gotta do the game over from the start? That is complete garbage. Well, that pisses me off.
Lol. Try harder. Suffer, Phil.
Now I gotta see. This is stupid. Now I gotta try to speed run the rest of the game.
Christ. So yeah, Phil wasn't best pleased, to say the fucking least. You know, he was quite an unhappy chappy about that situation. Boo-hoo. Oh, for God's sake. For fuck's sake. Oh, God almighty. It's the bad man awake yet? The bad man isn't here awake. He said good morning to everyone after 10 past 11 in the morning. His time. Oh, I forgot about the fucking Game of the Year awards. He's got everything set up for the Game of the Year awards. Oh, for God's sake. So he's got Game of the Year in the morning show, and then he's going to follow up the Game of the Year stuff with the Lego. No. This is going to be sucking. It's going to be so bad. The suffering is going to be off the charts here. Ah, fuck me. Misty here is saying, where is Phil? Phil is there. Like, you know, the yellow chat, the yellow text is him. So he's there. That's not Phil on screen, don't be confused. That's definitely not fucking Phil on screen. So yeah, that's some random guy, yes. That looks like someone completely different. But there you go. This is clearly somebody whose mother did not brush their hair. You know? Wee man. I just love, like, what is Phil typing into the AI generator to generate this image? I'm so confused what he's trying to tell AI to generate in this situation. This is so weird. Anyway, while we wait for the bad man to go, oh, actually, there's one thing I need to cover as well. So, when I set this bingo stream up last night, so right after the bingo stream ended yesterday, right? So as soon as bingo was done yesterday, and I ended the stream yesterday, I immediately set up the stream for today's bingo, okay, last night. And Sunny decided to try and break things again by gifting 10 members on right away. All 10 of them did go out though, eventually. At first only one went out, and then after a while a few more went out, and eventually like the last one went out. So thank you, Sunny, for gifting 10 members to the channel, which gives us 2 free spaces as well on top of the 8 already we had. And yeah, so we actually have 2 free spaces because Sunny gifted all 10 and all 10 went out. So congratulations to the following. So Ed Tun, Yusuf, Speed Demon, Sir Toastman, Whale Islander, Ramen Brahmin, Gun Toter, Michael Solo, Nathan Coley, and Foxware Fox all received a gift of membership courtesy of Sunny. So thank you, Sunny, for getting 10 members. You kind of broke it, but then you kind of didn't. But yeah, there we go. But I'll say, if you got a membership there, I'll say Foxware Fox sent me a message at the start of the stream saying thank you, Sunny, to Elron for that. And yeah, if you had a chance to, of course, if you just got a membership there, make sure you thank Sunny for gifting you that membership. So there we go. Did I ban today? Not yet, not yet. I was like, I don't know if things are still broken. Because things are a bit busted yesterday for me trying to do the stream because nothing would play by itself. I had to kind of like, so my activity feed would show something happening, but it wouldn't actually play it. I would have to like replay the activity in order to force it to play on stream, if that makes sense. It was fucking bizarre. So I'm not sure if things are fixed yet or not. I'll have to wait and see later on. But while we wait for the bad man to go live, how about we watch this 24-minute compilation from Snort Brunel covering Monday night stream of him playing that fishing game, and also Monday's daytime stream of Tuesday. Sorry, so this is a compilation of Monday's night stream and Tuesday's day stream. Monday night stream was a fishing game, and Tuesday's day stream was him playing Street Fighter. Purely.
Save the pig. What the heck?
And before we continue, so we have 32 likes as well. You know, what I mean, that's not a free space right there. We have 11 free spaces. All right, because of that, you know, so fantastic stuff needed. And obviously because we have 32 likes, that's another free space, courtesy of at least 25 likes being given in a bingo stream, which is not only another free space, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Remember to keep an eye in the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Look him up, Jasper. Good cat. Right, 11 free spaces before we even started. Fantastic start. Let's enjoy this compilation.
A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
This is supposed to be like a golden sheen style lighting for High Guard, although I don't think I'm ever playing High Guard again after earlier today. It was pretty bad. Not gonna lie. I mean, not bad, but it was just mid. So mid that, like, who would ever play it again? It has to have something that stands out and is original and good, and it has absolutely nothing. It looks like they just copied other people's ideas and glued them together and made a game for the sake of making a game rather than a game that's fun or unique in any way. It just, like, is so unnecessary. And I think at this point, what we need to start doing is calling out game developers that just make a game for no purpose. Does it have a good story? No. Are the gameplay elements addictive or fun? No. Are the heroes unique? No. Is there anything in this game that's special? No. So why did you make it? Why did you make this game? Are you that bored with your life? You have nothing to do? Stop. Stop making unnecessary games. Make something that's worthwhile to everyone so we'll play it and want it and like it.
Who the fuck are you to deem what is fucking necessary and unnecessary? Who made you fucking the judge and jury of what the fuck is necessary and unnecessary in this fucking planet? Just because you don't fucking like it doesn't mean other people won't fucking like it. You know, it's such a fucking self-centered take, isn't it? You know, there are a lot of games that exist today which I don't give a shit about. Does that mean I think they shouldn't exist in general and they're a waste of fucking time? No, other people will likely enjoy those fucking games. And there are very popular games today that I'm not into. Final Fantasy as a franchise is one of the biggest gaming franchises there's ever been. The history of Final Fantasy is fucking insane, and the fucking hype that was around Final Fantasy ever since the fucking 90s, you know? Personally, I've never given a shit about Final Fantasy. Does that mean I think it shouldn't exist? No. That should, you know what I'm saying? It'd be fucking maniacal to fucking try and say, oh, this game shouldn't exist, because I'm not that into it. But this is what Phil's fucking saying. Phil's fucking trying to say here, oh, the game, it's not my kind of game, you know what I mean? So it shouldn't fucking exist. The ego in this clown, man.
I hate everything I'm doing, and I'm just stuck doing it. If this is a game you want to see in the rotation, let
Damn flashbangs.
me know. Engage with the stream, support the stream. Say, hey, we want more dredge. Okay? Cool.
This is left bumper, right bumper. I'm pressing left bumper, right bumper. It doesn't work. Can I use my mouse here? I'm just gonna use the mouse.
So, yeah. Phil got very confused by the instructions on screen here. Like, so it wants to move. I'll play a bit more. Hold on.
Q. Doesn't do anything. I want to go between screens and install this, and it won't let me.
Okay, wait for it.
See, I want to install this.
So, Phil is wondering why the game won't let him put this into the cargo. You know? And he's saying the left and right buttons don't work. Why could that possibly be? So he wants to put this thing from storage to cargo, and he's pressing left and right buttons, and they're not really achieving much for him. If only there was an instruction on the screen which told you which particular mouse button would move it to cargo. His left places it, right rotates it, and yet there's a mouse icon down here as well, with something in the middle indicated. Strange. I don't know. It's impossible.
This, how do I install it? To cargo. I can't. Like, this is weird. How do I get this here? How do I get this to go to the cargo screen?
Scans chat, scans chat, scans chat. Chat, help me, guys. Help me,
I
chat.
just want to install it. How the hell do I do that? Look. Pick up, discard to cargo. Oh, it's middle mouse clicker. There we go. It was middle mouse button.
I can't do anything. I'm useless. I can't do anything of use to anyone right now. Bruh. What a waste of space I am.
Let me know. Would you like more Dredge in the future? I'd like feedback. Some people on stream are saying yes. I'd like to see on demand what you guys think. I would be down to giving Dredge a chance as a late night stream and see if people would like it. Okay? So Dredge seems good. Maybe we'll come back to it. Give me your feedback. Let me know. Thanks, guys. No. So the pad doesn't work here either, but again, it's weird because it said that it would. It said this is an Xbox gamepad, and so it should work, but it doesn't work with this one either. It just worked with Dredge. We just played Dredge and it worked, but now this controller doesn't work here either. They claim they added full controller. Oh, look, he's dying. He died.
My business degree is completely fucking useless.
So I don't get it. Why does this not work with the Xbox controller when it outright said it would work? I guess we'll use keyboard and mouse then. I don't know. I don't know why this controller isn't working for some games.
Over the top generous tip of $56 from Darren tonight. Is it a whale? It is a whale because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old eyeball. By the way, thank you, Only Eyes Coffee. But we'll do Terminator 2 tomorrow because that's what's hype right now. It's what everyone wants, right? Okay, so here's the deal tomorrow. We're going to do, like I already said, morning show, Sagat and Street Fighter 6 on that first stream, and then tomorrow night, Terminator 2.
We know, get on it. Go
Stick around for Street Fighter goodness. Please support today's stream. Like I said, this is an experiment to see if playing Street Fighter as a daytime stream will work.
Who fucking cares? It's still live yet. The bad man might be live because it's the morning show today. I don't think so. He's not live yet. Seems okay, cool. So there we go. Phil is still not yet live. He's got this fucking stream going. No, so there we fucking go. Just wait and see. Right, let's enjoy now. Like, the majority of this video is basically Phil being shit at Street Fighter 6 from the day stream yesterday.
Because I'd like to do more Street Fighter daytime streams next week and do more gameplay and level up and maybe get some characters to a higher master or whatever. But I need your feedback and I need your buy-in that you're going to be here for it and chill and hang out and support it. So this is the experiment stream right now. Let's go. Let's make this a great stream. Let's have a lot of engagement, a lot of people sticking around, and let's get the support going. All right, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, today's Tuesday, last day on Kick for support to count for this week, because that's how they cut it off on Tuesday for some bizarre reason. Don't ask me why, and then you get paid for it later in the week. So if you're watching on Kick today, please support the content. Let's get some kicks going. Let's get some subs going. And for goodness sakes, let's get some gifted subs over on Kick. Let's go.
You are a selfish piece of shit. You don't care about anyone else but yourself.
Okay, I love my detractors because they focus on the dumbest shit. They say Phil has small arms. Okay, no, Phil has
Oh god, no, that's again.
long arms. Do you see how long my forearm is? For some bizarre reason, my forearm is much longer than both my mother and father's forearms. So I have a long, bony forearm here because it's so long. My arm, okay, is not skinny or bony. My arm is muscular, you see? But the forearm is long and skinny. Now, could I focus on my forearms and do all forearm exercises? Yeah, I could, but why do I care? I'd much rather have my actual body be fit and toned and not worry about my little bony forearm. But these idiots focus on this and talk about it like they're obsessed. Like they really are just like autistically infatuated with little nuanced things like, oh, look, he has a bony forearm. Who cares? I'm a gamer. I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't have to go out there and lift giant concrete blocks all fucking day. I have to lift this controller. Oh, oh, it's so heavy. Oh, I can't do it, right? Yeah, they're so dumb. But do you really think I'm doing forearm exercises? No, I'm doing real exercises. Biceps, triceps, chest, stomach, shoulders, legs, the ones that matter. The ones that you actually need to be like toned and buff and strong. That's what I've exercised for. Eventually, I could do little forearm exercises. I know of them. You could do them, but they're stupid.
Lean X Cheer said, I've done my face pulls for today. It's important to do my face pulls. Oh, okay, hold on. Do my face pulls. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Thank you. I almost forgot to do my face pulls. What the fuck is he talking about?
I tried to do Tiger Knee twice. I didn't get it. Wow, it doesn't work, huh? I gotta find a wall bounce. I gotta find a wall bounce that works. It went right through. It should have been a wall bounce at the level 3 finish, and it dropped completely. Like, what the hell? So I wonder what's a good wall bounce then. I know you can do the EX knee, but I don't want to waste a meter. Nothing I can do. One, it's a 50-50 guess there on a random overhead. I have to remember I have a true reverse.
I have always hated that fucking excuse of saying it's a 50-50. Phil, you're fighting somebody online. They outfought you. Like they outthought as in thinking, and they outfought as in kicking your ass. Because they decided they managed to fucking guess what you were going to do, and they countered that. Or alternatively, you couldn't figure out what they were going to fucking do, and they end up kicking your ass. That is the nature of online competitive gameplay in general. It doesn't matter if you're fucking playing Street Fighter, or you're fucking playing chess, or FIFA, or any online game. It's all about trying to fucking outmaneuver your opponent, and outthink your opponent. And so, him complaining that it's a 50-50, that's the key. Anytime you're playing a game, whether it's actually online or in person with somebody, that is literally always the way it is. You know? I mean, that's my take anyway. Davragon says 50-50s are a real problem in fighting games, but as usual, he's using the term wrong. A 50-50 is a situation where you have to guess, and one will win, but he's not in that position. And to me, that's just the nature of fucking fight. You know, any game against somebody online, and you're fucking competing against them, you're trying to literally just predict what they're going to do to counter that. It's like, are they going to fucking do a jab? Are they going to fucking do a high attack or a low attack? Well, you've got to try and... But that's the nature of every single competitive game ever against anyone. Like, whether it's online or in real life. That's just my take anyway.
One, it's a 50-50 guess there on a random overhead. I have to remember I have a true reversal with Sagat. I just did it, nothing happened, so she wins now, yeah. Literally, I did EX uppercut when I landed. It should have interrupted her hit string. Nothing happened.
Perfect, completely dominated. Perfect, baby.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the pokes in the knee. Besides EX uppercut, I don't know how to get them off.
Oh, good. It works again. The notifications work again. Good stuff.
Hot take tipped £1. I want DSP to be wailed out for his modern Street Fighter streams because his narcissism of not accepting that there are just better players than him in the modern age makes for countless valuable lol cow content compilations.
That is true. So first of all, thank you very much for the tip, and it's good to see that my notifications actually are working again. So yeah, thankfully they were broken for too long, so that I didn't have to fucking force that to play, which is good. So there we go. But yeah, there's pros and cons to Phil playing Street Fighter effectively on a more regular basis. The pros are it gives detractors a whole lot more content to create and to have fun to basically fucking pick fun at Phil, you know what I mean? Like, Mimology will be feasting for days, and not just Devils, you know what I mean, but every single detractor compilation creator, you know what I mean, they'll be feasting for days on Phil's so damn from playing Street Fighter. But Phil is sticking to some sort of pattern where he gets a certain he'll hit a glass ceiling, and when that glass ceiling is hit, he'll claim he's no longer having fun with that character, and then go to a different character who's not at master, and just fucking go back to being up platinums and fucking low tier diamonds. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just so it's like Phil never actually pushes himself to better himself in the game. Instead, he accepts it. He hits a glass ceiling, and instead of trying to fucking break through that glass ceiling, he just fucking does a reset effectively. And moves the fuck on from that fucking fighter, you know what I mean? And it just keeps him at fucking bare mid-master rank, you know. So there you go. But so there's pros and cons to it, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, yeah, it's I can see what you're saying though. You know what I mean? Technically, it's good for us if we get Square supported in Street Fighter streams, because it means we get to see more Street Fighter, which just highlights to a wider audience, Phil's this sense of self-importance and narcissism, you know. So yeah, I can see what you're saying though. It's a good take.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the pokes in the knee. Besides EX uppercut, I don't know how to get him off. Oh god, see, I don't know the right combo in the corner. Well, he fucking blocks it, yeah. I don't know what to do.
So if that was your opponent trying a random Hail Mary wake-up super in the corner, you'd bitch and whine and moan about the lack of skill that they were showing. But it's fine for you to try and do that shit.
I don't know anything in the corner yet, that's my problem. I have the setups, I don't know how to do the combos. I know how to do the wall bounce in the setup, I don't know the combo.
Then get good, bitch. Oh, Phil's live. Hold on, my bad. The bad man's alive. How long has the bad man been alive for? I assume it's been a few minutes, if that. So yeah, the bad man is alive, so here we fucking go. Just gonna make sure he's on pause and make buttons speed up just and all that jazz, so hold on.
Morning, everybody.
Okay, so there we go. Just leave it there. So there you go. So make sure we're on 1.5 speeds, and there we go, and leave him on pause. Well, we can enjoy the rest of his robust Snort Banel compilation of Phil being shit at Street Fighter. So there we go.
What the hell? I literally can't get out of the corner. His standing medium stuffs everything.
Technically, it's also your standing medium. I'm just saying, for you, you're both Sagat. It's a mirror match. You both have his ability. You could do the same thing to them, technically, in theory. Now you're no longer in the corner, and they're still whipping your ass.
Literally, he just keeps mashing standing medium. It stuffs everything. So, I guess that's what you do with Sagat. When you're mid-screen, you just stand there mashing medium punch over and over.
Should be working now. Need to restart. My PC crashed. Everything closed and crashed at once, so I had to completely restart everything. Support's okay right now, but obviously we have 2 hours to go. Let's get some support for Street Fighter 6 on a day stream. If it goes well today, I want to do more day streams of Street Fighter next week, where I play with all of my characters and try to get them to higher master rank. But I need the buy-in that people are going to be here for daytime streams, or else Street Fighter is going to remain a night stream, okay? So let's get some support for Street Fighter 6. I'll be right back.
Oh god. I actually seen this one. I've seen this fucking fight. He plays this person 11 times. The person he's fighting is called It's Time for Men. They're playing as that Marisa character. Phil gets his arse whooped 10-1.
That was an awesome counter hit combo off of one hit. Wow.
And yeah, they're a fucking they're a level 3 diamond. It's not, if the Phil's not playing a Grandmaster or anything, they're a level 3 diamond.
Oh, well. Walk forward, drive impact, completely unsafe, but of course I fall for it. Of course. Wow, from that distance, she beat my standing short.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams! I have you!
Oh my god. See, I don't know any distances. I'm thinking I can punish when she whiffs. No, I whiff. I want this match again because I want to learn more distances. I don't know any distances with it.
You suck!
Oh my god, the range. From one fished kick, just fishing it, and it's mid-screen, and it seems to be better than Sagat's kicks, that one fucking kick. It's crazy. Even just pressing a button there, she's counter hit. It's like, damn, I don't know about Sagat in this. I really don't know about Sagat in this game. That's game. That's game. One drive rush kick. It was meaty and it stopped me.
Now you know.
I missed the buttons. I missed the buttons. Yeah, guys in Kick Chat, you're just going to be out of luck. I can't keep moderating this guy. I want to play the game.
Yeah, but you fucking suck at your job. Like,
Not at doing anything. Oh my god, just wait and do the counter hit kick. Jesus, dude, come on, for that fucking range? I couldn't move. I just tried to do nothing. Nothing happened.
I am kind of curious to fucking potentially. I am curious to try and experiment here. I have been toying with the idea of getting Street Fighter 6. I have never played any of the Street Fighter games before in my life. I think I briefly attempted to fucking play. I think it was like. I think it was on some sort of fucking. I don't know even fucking what version of the game it was. You know what I mean? I think it was one of the very early Street Fighters. I think I played roughly like a couple of minutes of that on some sort of like. It wasn't. I don't know what kind of what even controller it was, you know. But I can't barely remember anything. But I am curious if I could fucking get to master with a character faster than Phil can. You know. But the thing is that I've never fucking played before in my life, so surely I wouldn't. Like if I picked somebody like fucking like. I don't know, I picked JP. Could I get to fucking master JP faster than Phil's getting to master? These cat, you know, I don't know. I'm very tempted to fucking try. I don't know. I need to find out. I need to see. You know, if I'm ever gonna get Street Fighter 6, I need to fucking first of all check how long it's taken Phil to get to master with some of these characters before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very frustrating. I don't think Sagat is very good in this game.
So Phil prides himself on fucking being good with low tier characters in the game. It's his way to fucking cope with losing this game, because if he loses, well, he's got a fucking low tier character. If he wins, then he's doing amazing because he's doing well with a low tier character. And yet he's still bitching and whining and blaming the character for his defeats.
Oh my god, that's game. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like him. I'm gonna keep playing with him today, but I just don't like him.
And it's six, so Phil got around, but it's 6 minutes point and keeps getting worse and worse. I'm actually saying, honestly, it's definitely worth trying out. However, you remember it's very sense different players, different places. Oh, absolutely, it's the same for all games. Kind of, you know what I mean? All kind of games, like, you know, Phil, for example, is a very passive player. So I've noticed that Phil is an extraordinarily passive player. He struggles against the hyper-aggressive players. There's players in the game which he has a horrible time against the fucking players who are in his face constantly, not giving him a second to fucking breathe, constantly attacking him, constantly harassing him. He hates that sort of fucking fight because the person's just on him constantly, not giving him a chance to fucking even, you know, think. You know, so yeah, Phil is definitely a type of player that hates going up against that sort of individual. You know, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I got no idea how I'd play the game myself. But I'm definitely curious. So I might try to demo the game just to fucking see if I get a feel for it.
They changed him so much from how he used to play. I don't know. I don't think I like him at all. It seems like he gets blown out by almost everything. Am I just supposed to mash medium punch? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Just keep mashing medium.
Phil has become the thing he hates, a button masher, and it's still not working.
Wow. Maybe his medium is the only normal that's good. Because all his normals get stuffed. Everything she does stuffs his normal.
Oh my god, he's drinking Tyrone sperm?
Same timing, I don't get it.
Now you know
I was going for level 3 super, nothing.
You probably guessed it as well, but these are casual matches. Phil's not playing ranked yet because he wants to learn ranked first. You know, he wants to learn the character first before he fucking goes into ranked, you know. So, as is Phil sticking to casual the whole entire time.
That beat my low fears. You see what I mean? I think his normals are terrible. I should have done the kick first, but...
To me, this emphasizes, like, Phil is sometimes, the longer Phil plays somebody, the worse it gets for him because he is a very predictable player as well. And even me, as a non-Street Fighter player, can see his predictability in the game. And good players will pick up on his habits and patterns. And as time goes on, they'll more comfortably deal with that. That's why this individual here went a big winning streak here. Ended up, you know, it's like Phil got one fucking set, but it ended 10-1 to It's Time for Men.
Huh? What the fuck happened? I literally can't do anything. Wow, I don't know. I'm serious. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. His moves are terrible. His normals get stuffed constantly. I can't figure out what on earth to do whatsoever against this fucking guy. I just can't. Oh my god! It dropped the fucking combo. I had the game won. I had the game won and it dropped the combo. God damn it. Alright.
You didn't drop it. It dropped it, apparently. It is to blame. Not you. But heaven forbid for fucking accept responsibility if I fucking up. You know, no. Can't have that. It, the game, the joypad, the controller.
I'm gonna fight someone else. Obviously, they beat me 10-1. I can't figure this out. I'm dropping the combo constantly. It's an easy combo, and I'm dropping it absolutely constantly.
Get your ass back in training mode, you fucking scrub.
Should have done the fierce uppercut first. Do extra damage. Oh god, you're kidding. It is so much damage. God damn it. What happened? Oh, I don't even know what happened. I didn't drop, as you guys saw. I don't even know what happened.
Wait a minute, it's Tuesday afternoon. Did Steam go down? It's Tuesday afternoon. Is Steam having its weekly downtime right now? It might, right?
Okay, just keep pressing fucking buttons. Everything's safe because you're fucking can't block on reaction. Smash buttons again, because everything's fucking safe, because you're Cammy. Again mashing buttons, and it works. Jump and mash, jump and fucking mash. So lame, zero fucking skill. None of these players who play Cammy. Just button pushers.
Oh, you're gonna get salt, 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 salt. It's even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
Huh? Oh, what happened?
You got your ass beat, boy. That's what happened.
It gave her a hit? I didn't even do anything.
Why you got hit then? You didn't block that shit, Phil.
I'm just standing there down backing. It killed me?
You sure you were down back hacking, boy? Because I don't think you were. I mean, we can look at it again if you want. So you ducked down, but I don't think you pressed back. Like, I assume down backing refers to a button prompt to try and block something. You don't just fucking press down. I see you press down and then also fucking press back to then try and block a low attack. And then it seems to let go of it. Like, it's like he's starting to get up here. And then boom, the connection. You know? So, I would argue Phil fucked up his inputs. That's just my uninformed take, of course.
Huh? Oh, what happened? It gave her a hit? I didn't even do anything. I'm just standing there down backing. It killed me? Fuck this game, dude.
Apparently, so he was holding back from the looks of it. The only reason why he got killed is it broke through chip damage thanks to the super. That super broke through his block and killed him. Oh boy. So supers, well, shouldn't Phil be aware of that then? Like, as an experienced fucking player of the game, should he not be aware that that's a situation that could happen to him? And yet he's acting confused why it didn't work. I mean, to me, I've never played the game before, so I wasn't sure. But if that was a situation, you'd think he would know that, being a fucking former pro and all that shit.
He ran away. He fucking ran away. That's hilarious.
And now he's fighting another one called Mai. Apparently Mai is very overpowered. At least, you know, but I've heard Mai is a very strong fighter in this game.
Seriously? Wow. She just did a random move and it's stuff by Tiger Nate. Just completely random. Didn't time it. She threw it out randomly and it just counter hits by Tiger Knee and she gets a combo into super. Wow, look at that. That's insane. Wow, the range.
It was insane. You tried to fucking attack from the same range. Hold on a second.
And she gets a combo into super.
So the fight starts, okay? So we have to start the fight. So they move forward briefly. Phil tries to attack with a knee, misses. Alright. They try to attack, they miss. Phil tries to attack, they miss. But now the range has been, but now they're closer. They go again. It's on the fucking edge, right on the fucking periphery of the hitbox, it feels like, you know what I mean? But aye, there you fucking go. But, and I'll say, that attack brings Marissa closer. I'll say, Marissa missed the first time. Marissa missed the first kick. But it was like a spinning kick thing, which fucking brought them a bit closer. So every time they fucking perform the fucking move, they actually get a bit closer as well. So it was whiff, then Marissa's fucking hit connects. And Phil thinks that's wrong.
Wow, look at that. That's insane. Wow, the range. Again, I have no opportunity to do anything. I don't know. All her stuff stuffs you easily. Couldn't even block it. I
It's a perfect as well. That makes it even fucking better.
saw it coming. I went back. Hit me anyway.
Wait, he's still trying to claim he went. He saw it coming and went back. Wait, is she trying to argue that that kick shouldn't have hit because he apparently went back? Hold on.
No. All her stuff stuffs you easily. Couldn't even block it. I saw it coming. I went back.
He's talking about that final attack. He saw it coming, he went back. Not according to what the game showed us. So yeah, here. So Phil apparently says he saw this coming and went back. He's moving forward, he's moving forward, he's moving forward, he's moving forward, he's moving forward. He's moving forward, he's still moving forward. And then he gets kicked in the fucking balls. So, at what point in time was Phil moving back here? Phil claims he saw this coming and started moving back. When was the moving back happening exactly? You know what I mean? Because, you know, forward, frame by frame, forward. And he's just moving forward the whole entire time.
Couldn't even block it. I saw it coming. I went back. Hit me anyway.
Perfect KO. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect KO.
Couldn't block it. Stuffed me. Wow, walked right through it. It's over. Yeah, I really don't know what to do.
Well, you had the advantage here. You got out, not only did you get to the corner, you had them in the corner. You know what? You had the fucking perfect chance here to fucking punish them and get some offense out of your own in there. You know, like here you go, good pressure. But then because your attacks were getting fucking parried and blocked and all that shit, this one here, you try and fucking punch them, they block it. Your ass gets shoved back with their block, and then you whiff your fucking kick because you're fucking sent backwards. Although you could argue that is right on the edge. You could argue, it's like, should that have connected? Should that have connected that fucking wee kick there? That's like right on the very fucking edge. It feels like, you know, that's like a fucking fraction off. I don't know. It feels like that could have, like, sometimes you see those kind of kicks connect. Also, what the fuck's up with this fucking gammy ass foot I'm looking at here? The foot goes all bizarre and just like distorted. The more you fucking see it move about here, what the fuck? He's got some dodgy ass feet here. It's like Phil's feet.
Wow, walked right through it. It's over. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I really have no idea what to do against her at all. I can't move. Locked in place. I'm getting hit again. What the fuck? Dude, insane. That's absolutely nuts.
Why is it insane, Phil? I'm genuinely curious.
What the? I'm getting hit again.
So Phil neutral jumps, which doesn't really seem to do much. And then Marissa punches air, just to fucking show dominance. Then Phil tries to punch and gets absolutely nowhere. And gets kicked for it. You know, his Sagat is moved in closer, whiffed their punch, and boom, the connection. So Phil whiffed and got punished for it.
What the fuck? Dude, insane. That's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So she just stands mid-screen and does that kick over and over to punish anything I do and mashes jab. Like, how do I beat that with Sagat?
Last chance if you would like to add to the King's Tax for tonight. Make it a nice round 300 to end tonight to felt the detractors and make them cry.
Look at that. What the holy shit?
No, that's the exact same thing with Cavarella on, no. You both fucking whiffed, but their fucking whiff kick brought them closer to you. So you whiffed, they whiffed, you whiff, and then they hit you and punish you. Literally the exact same thing happened the other on.
Look at that! What the holy shit? Wow. Of course, that's it. That's game. One drive impact counter hit. She's going to win. Watch. This is going to kill me. One random drive impact. That's it. It's all it took. Yep. Complete nonsense. Like, that's her whole game plan, too. I need one hit that will lead to insanely huge counter hit nonsense. Like, come on. Dash jab. Oh, that's it. Stuff. Stuffed again. Mash jab, dude. Again, there's nothing to it. It's a simpleton's game. There's nothing to what she's doing. I don't know what normals beat Marisa.
Perfect KO.
So your lack of intelligence fighting your character is somehow the game's fault. I look at Marissa's gameplay and I think that just like they remind me of Zangief, except they're more of a brawler, if that makes sense. Like, you know, Marissa looks like they fucking like they're obviously a big strong character, you know what I mean? Punish you heavily with her strikes and their kicks and their strikes and is very damaging. But to me, obviously they're not the fastest either, you know what I mean? It's like sheer raw power. And Zangief has a similar vibe as well. Zangief can also do a lot of damage to you. But obviously they're not the fastest character compared to like a Kami flying over the fucking screen, for example. You know? So, but yeah, Marissa, to me, as I said, this is my uninformed, uneducated take. But I look at Marissa's fucking strong style, you know what I mean? They can do a lot of damage to you, but they're kind of slow. It reminds me of Zangief, except obviously Zangief's more of a grappler kind of guy, you know what I mean? And Marissa's all about just punching the shite at you.
So remember tonight, it is Terminator 2 D, No Fate. You guys want it, you'll get it.
Of course, there was a fake $50 tip on this stream. So in reality, Phil only made it $110. There was a fake $50 tip though.
Terminator 2D tonight on the late stream. Display. There you go. You asked for it for a while. I'm playing it now. I played it last night. People absolutely loved it.
So, fun fact about him playing Terminator 2D or whatever. It had quite bad attendance, but quite great support. So Phil claimed it was a very super duper successful stream.
So more coming tonight. I hope you'll join me for Terminator 2D No Fate tonight on the late stream between 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Remember, tomorrow in the morning, there will be a DSP's morning show where I'm going to actually basically be doing my Game of the Year awards. Oh my God!
What the fuck? Whoa! Oh, man. All right, guys.
Who fucking
There's
cares?
still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it.
I'll fucking love it. They were saying no Jack. I don't think Jack Strax was around. If he was around, I don't think they were the top contributor in some capacity. I don't know. I actually don't know. I didn't hear anything about Jack Strax being mentioned, but I mean, it might be them. There was an anonymous tip. Who fucking knows? You know, probably not at all. But yeah, I don't know if Jack Strax showed up or not last night. I had to wait and see. To see if that gets mentioned by everyone else. But yeah, a little quick summary of last night if you guys are curious. So Phil played the game. He was wailed tremendously by certain people. Let's see, at this point in time we didn't get much here, but so what was it here? Actually, hold on 2 seconds. Gameplay. Something happens here. Is this where Phil dies at the end? Yeah, Phil dies at the end here. This is where Phil fucked up.
What?
Terminated.
Yeah, this is like a frame perfect miss. Phil shot too early. You know? They shot too early, the Terminator hadn't formed yet. Phil says, it phased right through him. And while I'm fucking reloading, the Terminator's like, oh, hi, John. Fucking stabby stab. Lol. So there you go. Also, at this point in time, he's got a $20 super chat. He had like a fucking $100 tip from somebody called Darren, you know, whatever the fuck that is. And Phil ended the stream on how much was it Phil had? Phil ended the stream on $199, although 100 of those dollars came courtesy of somebody called Darren. You know, so it makes sense of that if you will. So without that one particular individual contributor, Phil would have had a $99 stream, and it wouldn't have been a great stream after all. Also, as I said, if I just kind of keep clicking around and look at it, it's like, you know, the views were sometimes okay and sometimes they weren't good, you know. It was very all over the fucking place, you know what I mean? But yeah, one person's generosity paved the way for it being a fucking great day instead of fucking being a midday, you know. Anyway, we've put things off long enough, guys. It is time for us to start playing bingo. We have 11 free spaces already before we even start bingo. Absolutely insane start. Also, 8 of those free spaces were carried over from yesterday's stream because a full house ticket was used. We carried over the free spaces from yesterday straight over to today. And obviously today as well, I've had 25 likes on the bingo, which is a free space, and Sonny gave 10 gifted members of the wheel, which was 2 more free spaces. And the first number in chat I saw for today's bingo card was from Sideways Welshman and said 4, so there we go. 4, there we go. We'd Phil to say do the following for today's bingo card. We'd Phil to say react, you know what I mean. Hanging on a troll tip, him throwing his arms, and Tim saying essentially. The second row is Phil saying help, by the way, him giving a thumbs up to the camera, him whispering into the microphone, and Tim saying members. The third row is Phil saying alright, basically, him being a victim mode, him discussing politics in some manner, and him saying comment. The fourth row is Phil's voice cracking, him making a weird noise, him saying life, actually, and FYI. The fifth and final row is Phil either talking about his RGBs or messing about his RGBs, him discussing his family in some way, him saying right now, kick, and finally, fun. So that is our bingo card we have for today's show. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For instance, for every 10 sips, snorts, or burps that Phil does, we get a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, we also get a free space. If Jade shows up to Phil's stream today and Phil's beside the Jade, not only do you get a free space for that, but you guys get to enjoy the Bubbles animation. Not Bubbles are different. You guys get to enjoy this animation to celebrate Jade showing up.
Squeak, squeak, a free space.
A fucking autopilot mode broke there, for fuck's sake. I don't know how. It's funny, you're on autopilot, and all of a sudden you're on autopilot, and all of a sudden it's like fucking brakes, you know? So there you go. That's what happens. I don't even fucking pay attention to what I'm fucking saying. But yeah, if Jade shows up and Phil's outside of Jade's, we get to get a free space for that, as well as enjoy the animation. If Satan shows up to Phil's streams and Phil says hi to his good buddy Satan, we also get a free space for that and also enjoy a sweet animation to celebrate.
What's up, Satan? Good to see ya.
So those are the ways that Phil can help us get free spaces, but you guys are also in control of how we can get free spaces too. For example, for every 5 new or renewed members we have to bingo streams, we get a free space. Although I will say, I think gifted memberships are still kind of broken. I think they are, you know. Right now we're at 525 members, and Sonny did gift 10 last night on the stream that was created. But they took a while to get gifted out, put it that way. I don't think... I think they're still kind of busted, okay? But also, there's nothing stopping you if you want to either pop your membership message or even become a member yourself. You're more than welcome to also do that as well. But every 5 new or renewed memberships, we get a free space. Every 5 super chats we get as well gets us a free space. Every £5 I get in tips is also a free space. And yeah, we have £1 so far currently from Hot Take earlier on, so 4 more pounds in tips would be a free space in that regard too. And obviously the best way in my opinion to get free spaces on the bingo streams is to like the stream. 25 likes has already given us 1 free space. If we get 50 likes, that is 2 free spaces. 75 likes will be 3 free spaces, and 100 likes on bingo will be 4 free spaces. And obviously every time we get a free space courtesy of one of the lights goals being hit, we get to enjoy celebrating that free space by watching the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animation. So there we go, good stuff indeed. Now Sonny was asking there, who have the Nook cards for bingo again? Well, let me tell you who has them. Major Detractor has a full house ticket. Captain Murphy has a full house ticket. Those 2 individuals currently hold the full house tickets. Meanwhile, Slinks and Theresa Young both have Scottish soundboard passes, you know? So there we go. Those are the people currently are holding their valuable tickets right now to use whenever they want to, if they're able to use them. So there we are. So I guess I have these also. So 2 seconds. Well, actually, there's one thing I forgot to actually fucking have up and ready to go. And this is thing right here. But there we go. So yeah, if we get a full house on today's bingo card, then obviously that means we get to enjoy a marble race afterwards. And the winning marble from that marble race could win a special prize on his bingo Baddies Wheel of Prizes, you know? So they could win their own intro shout out. They could win a weekly Scottish soundboard pass. They could win a week-long valid use of a full house ticket. Or they could win a special prize of a $10 console voucher or a $10 Amazon voucher. But you've got to have your marble included in that marble race. And the only way to fucking get that marble included is to fucking leave a comment on that community post. And to explain a bit more about that, I'm going to AI Phil Burnell to explain that for us right now. Take it away, yeah, weird marble bastard.
Hello, AI Phil here in the digital flesh for Bingo Baddies Marbles game. By entering the exclamation point marbles in chat, or scroll down the description in the video to get the link to enter. At the end of each month, a first, second, and third prize winner will win a cash prize. Now, if we get a full house on the bingo card, marbles will run to determine a winner for that day and will win a prize on the wheel, which could be used for future games. It's just that easy.
Excellent stuff indeed, so there we go. So you guys in control of some ways we can get free spaces and the rest of it controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions, as well as him begging like the little bitch that he is. So yeah, we have 11 free spaces before we even started today. So 11 free spaces before we even start is incredible. Because it's such a good start, you know, it might get to the point where we're actually, you know, we might be able to do 2 games of bingo today. It depends how fast this first game finishes. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, on that note, there's only one thing left to do before we start playing bingo, and that is for us to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more. That's me. On that note, at time bingo. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
Morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the DSP Morning Show. Hi, y'all. Today it is Wednesday, the 28th of January, 2026, and of course, I'm DSP. And this is a very special morning show because today we're going to count down my top 8 games of 2025. Finally, yeah, I know, we're at the end of January, and I'm finally getting around to doing this. To be quite honest with you, I honestly don't think this is very necessary. I think that if you followed me all year last year, it's very easy to figure out what my favorite games were. But it's just a situation of tradition where I've had people contacting me for the past couple of weeks saying, Phil, what gives? You didn't do a Game of the Year awards this year. And I was like, yeah, but there's really not really that much desire for it. You know, we're doing variety content now, playing all kinds of different games, doing podcasting, morning shows. Hell, today we're going to build Legos, right? And it seems like me doing that stuff on stream is just way more important or requested than, say, me going back and recapping what we did last year and doing a traditional Game of the Year awards like I used to. Things are very different from how they used to be, quite frankly. And I did a couple weeks ago spend the time to do the Disappointing Games Countdown, and it didn't really get much attention at all. In fact, that stream did poorly compared to my other gameplay streams. So I figured there must not be much desire for it. But here we are, a few weeks later, and people have been asking for it, and I said, all right, you know what? Here's the deal. We got a morning show now, where all I do is kind of hang out for like an hour. So instead of doing that for this, you know, final morning show of the week, why don't we just do the Game of the Year awards, get it as part of the show? That way we could say I did it, right? No one can say, oh, Phil didn't do it for this year, and now it's an empty year where we don't know what his favorite games were, anything like that, all right? So we're going to do it together right here in the next hour or so. I'll count down the 8 games. I'll tell you why I felt they were the best games of the year. And then after that, it's time for DSP Builds It, where we're going to hang out for about 3+ hours building the Super Mario World Lego set. In fact, why not just get it right now?
Who fucking cares?
I mean, you don't need it right now, so...
Here is as far as we got last week when we started this thing. We built the entire base, and we built Yoshi's legs, and we built essentially the crank that's going to allow it to move. And then the whole thing is going to be on this base, and it's going to be looking like it's moving up and down as Mario rides Yoshi. Okay? So that's as far as we got in our first session. Today, I feel with 3 to 3.5 more hours of progress, we're going to nearly finish this thing. I think we're going to only need like a night stream to wrap it up after today. And that's the intention, because I actually want to have this as part of my background for the month of February. And so obviously we have to finish it, right? It's going to be huge. You'll see how big it is. So it's going to be like twice as tall, I think, like up here as the screen. So we'll have it to one side, and then we'll have the screen on the other here. And I think it's going to look good. So this is what we're going to be working on for the majority of today's stream. So we can see it kind of in the shot.
So Sonny's asking, so when he does the Lego build, bingo ends. As soon as he starts recording for Lego, yes, that's the end of bingo. You know, Basically, because Lego is replacing gameplay. When he starts recording for Lego, then that's going to be the end of the bingo. So, Game of the Year stuff is technically a part of the show anyway. That you know, if he was doing a podcast, it still would have been part of that, you know. So yeah, that would you know. It's like Lego is the end. If we're still going back time.
That's what we'll be working on later. Oh, and I should get the box out too. This is what it's going to look like after it's built.
Who
And as you can see,
fucking
what we have built
cares?
is basically only up to like here, like halfway. That's the background, so it's going to be twice as tall. It's going to be like this tall behind me, which is going to be pretty cool once it's done, right? Pretty neat. E Honda's music is playing. Is it really? Let's see what they call it. They're calling it just Max Epic Cinematic. Oh wait, because it started a new song. That song must have ended quickly. It was a short one. There you go. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing after. So after the Game of the Year countdown, I hope you'll stick around and hang out with me. It's going to be very chill, interactive fun. We talk the whole time. People tag me in the chat, and we have lots of conversation while I'm building the Lego. It's not just about me, you know, being super fixated on the Lego, although I want to make lots of progress in it today. There'll also be a lot of interaction. It's a hangout session as well as kind of like a little project to have something for the background.
Burger.
So I hope you're ready for that. How's everyone doing today? Who do we got? We got Ray Rays, Game Dude, Tub Tub, Sinful Rhapsody, Chris is here, Bave Lines, C Maxky, and Ice Agent is here. Wow. Cabal, War and Peace, Heartbreaker, Abdullah. Then over on the Kickstarter, we got Mojito Kitty, Lavinia, The Recovering Detractor, RGB King, Barely Legal Opinion, Starboy, Eddie Chill, Genghis Contributions, Roach God, Starfish Boo. Who else do we got? Most Tasteless is here. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all in a good mood, ready to chill with Phil today? This is a good stream to do this. It's the final streaming day of the week for me. I know that's weird, because typically my streaming weeks are much longer, but this is a shorter week, notably due to the fact that I have 2 days off starting tomorrow. Hold on 1 second.
What the fuck is wrong with it here? What the fuck is wrong?
My camera's probably up. My camera's out of position. What's been happening is a weird thing. My light somehow keeps touching my webcam. I don't know how, and the webcam keeps getting moved. So you see it's completely moved again? I don't know what's causing that. So I'm gonna try to physically move the webcam forward a little bit.
What the fuck? Such a professional.
My light is, okay. Yeah, see, now this is out of position. I don't know what is causing that at all, because I'm not touching it, yet it moves. And now, look, now everything's crooked. For sure, I'm gonna have to adjust and fix. I don't know why this keeps happening, because I'm not touching. Maybe it's just a natural movement in my room. You know, vibrations of me moving around, shaking.
Natural movement in your room. You sure there's no fucking cat fucking storming it downstairs, causing the fucking earth to fucking shake every time she fucking goes back and forth to the ass. That's a mean joke. That's a mean joke. I shouldn't fucking say that. After all, cat's not there.
I don't know, but it seems to screw stuff up. So right now the webcam looks crooked to me. It is crooked.
Burger.
We gotta fix that.
The webcam is as crooked as you are, you fucking dirty scamming piece of shit.
So that's more centered, but now as you can see, it's like not even. That's a little better. Still not completely even, but all right, it is what it is, I guess. I'm not gonna get it perfect right now on the fly. Okay, now my lighting is centered at least. That's good. But yeah, it's still crooked, and there's nothing I can really do about that. And as you can see, it's out of position now. The monitor can actually be seen. So I push the monitor back a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this camera that keeps moving on me. It's kind of weird. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I notice like once a week it's out of position. And I'm like, what? And I just touch.
Clearly you are doing it in some capacity. Clearly there is something, because you're the only one that's in that room, according to you. The cat doesn't go in there. You know? You're the only one that's ever in that room for a prolonged period of time, so you must in fact be responsible in some way for the movement to the camera. After all, you fucking set the thing up. So you can't just fucking say, I'm not doing it. You didn't sit, you didn't set things up properly. That's your fault. Fix that shit and do it off stream so your audience are fucking going to suffer for your incompetency and laziness.
Touch the light, realize the light has pushed forward and moved the camera. Because there's 2 tripods. The first tripod has the webcam, behind it is the key light. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe eventually I'll get more lighting, and I'll get a key light here and a key light here, and then I'll have a key light here. I'll have 3 key lights, and then they won't touch the camera. Oh my goodness. I know. It's such a serious thing, right? Such a serious setup that I have now. We have to have everything absolutely perfect, for sure. Do you want to see the setup for the Legos today? How we're going to do it? Let's see if I have it set up. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. And I got to turn off this, I think. Aha. So what I'll do is this. Once again, I'll be transparent, and I'll be building the Legos right here for you. Really cool. We did it last week.
Like, we don't need this webcam up here is absolutely superfluous. Like, this is not necessary to have this other camera here. This is just like Phil's ego taking over. We must make sure Phil's face on the screen at all times. And also, Phil has new keyboard arrests, as you can see. We pointed this out the other day. We pointed out this little observation the other day, but Phil seems to have brand new keyboard wrist rests and like, why? Like he has like bought like a dozen of these.
It worked really well. People liked the improved setup. They said they could see the build a lot better the way that I had set it up. So we're just going to do it that way again. It should be pretty good. I mean, much better angle than the stuff that I was doing last year. And the lighting is greatly improved because we have the key light right here behind this camera. So it actually lights it very well. And actually the camera auto-adjusted nicely last week when we did this. So it should be a good Lego stream today. Pretty exciting. All right. Not
exciting. Really exciting is the word you're going to use.
exciting. It's going to be pretty chill is what it's going to be. It's going to be very relaxing. Okay? Really. Grandmaster Scrub says there's more controversy involving High Guard, that the game actually lies to you about the frame rate and the graphics don't actually put out what you have the game set to. That it lies to make you think that it's performing better than it is. Well, that's funny. I mean, let's be honest. High Guard is a non-event. It released. Everyone tried it because it was free. Everyone laughed at how much of a non-essential game it was. It doesn't need to exist. And basically...
There has been some pushback from game developers in general. Some game developers have just basically said that the criticism the game's getting is unwarranted, you know? Which is like... I kind of understand that to a certain degree. It is natural for people to be very quick to be, you know, negative about games sometimes. And you know, sometimes people are just very quick to say, well, this sucks, fuck this shit. You know, rather than give it time for games to potentially, you know, especially after a day one release, you know what I mean, to try and fucking fix these issues well, you know. But exactly, you know, it's a fine, you know, it's not a great game, it's not terrible, people demand perfection, exactly. So, we'll just see. But no, Phil though, you know, obviously wasn't very impressed, and he's not going to have any, he's certainly not going to fucking respect any game developers and their takes.
Everyone was like, wow, that's so stupid. And now, you know, no one cares about it within 2 days of being out. And of course, Jeff Keighley being completely derided all over the internet because apparently he really liked the game, which is why he put it on the Game Awards, despite the fact that the game isn't very good. I hate to say it, but if it's not apparent, all right, I think we can finally just come out and say it. The people who are in charge of gaming these days aren't gamers. Can we be honest? The people who are making the games, the people who are promoting the games, the people who cover games, they're not even gamers.
Case in point, what did I just fucking say about Phil fucking not being sympathetic towards, you know, the people in charge? Like, Phil, I would like to see you do better. If you're not very impressed with the quality of game that's coming out these days, how about you apply yourself and fucking produce a game that people like you would actually want to see?
What's happened is gaming has become such a huge, profitable industry, right? It is the biggest, most profitable industry on top of movies, music, art, anything. It makes more money than any entertainment industry. That now what happens is we've had the vultures come in. The people who are...
Is that true? That, I mean, obviously, gameplay, video games in general, has certainly made more money over years. But aside from Rockstar fucking making bank with GTA Online, I don't think... I think that's a fucking naive fucking thing to say. How often do you fucking hear about fucking jobs being cut at game developers from certain studios because things aren't going very well for them currently? You know, to me that doesn't sound like a fucking thriving industry. You know, just because Rockstar were super duper successful with GTA Online to line their fucking pockets for fucking, you know, for years and years, doesn't mean that overall video games and developers of video games are making bank, you know. To me, that's a naive take from Phil there.
Are only in there to make money. That's the only reason they exist, is we want to make money. And they've taken over. They're running the game studios. They're in the boardrooms running the companies. They're the ones who are doing the marketing to advertising. They're the ones who run all the game coverage events. They don't play games. So you got Jeff Keighley, who I think is well-intentioned, but he doesn't even know what's a good game. And he happens to play High Guard, and he's one of the few that even knew the game existed, and he thinks that he's stumbled upon this like diamond in the rough hidden gem, when in reality the game is the most mid, unnecessary dog slop ever made. Like, if that game did not exist, no one would care, right? It doesn't add anything to the gaming landscape. It does nothing original whatsoever. It's a game made solely for the sake of existing.
This is on Raw Phil's end, not my end. So yeah, this is not me, this is Raw Phil's, but I assume it'll fix itself in a second.
So that they could possibly... It has no gameplay mechanics that are original. Everything is just taped together from someone else's idea. It looks like AI made the whole game. Does it not? So why does it exist? Yet, Jeff Keighley thinks, High Guard's great. Yeah, because you don't play good fucking games. You're a marketer. You're a guy who runs a gaming event, but that doesn't mean that you have any kind of taste. It doesn't. I'm sorry. I mean, listen, he loves Hideo Kojima. I like Kojima's games too, But just because you like one good guy who makes good games doesn't mean that you have taste. Okay, and that's the problem is now we're supposed to judge this guy's taste and like believe him? No. No. Especially not after High Guard this week. Okay, seriously, after High Guard this week, forget it. Oh, by the way, my internet dropped out for a second and came right back. There must be some noise in the line today.
So it was on Phil's end, not Raw. I do apologise to Raw Phil then for blaming them.
Hopefully that does not continue. Okay?
Raw side, Phil, let's come from the future, and you could be watching 10 guys on a train and another guy, and it would be less gay than Phil's gay countdown. Oh, God. Oh, God almighty. Yeah, I was concerned about how today would go. I'm not going to lie, I was somewhat concerned about how much of a fucking bore fest this was going to potentially be.
Exactly. Princess Luna says, a game without a soul. When you play a truly good game, okay, it feels like there's something there that has an existence and its own unique meaning. Like when you play Bioshock for the first time, or you play Mass Effect for the first time. Hell, if you play Street Fighter for the first time, Super Mario, any version of Mario, right? When you play it, you're like, okay, I get it. I feel it. This is like a game that has its own, well, I guess you could call it a soul, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it feels like there's a reason that the game exists. It's a cultural relevant thing. It stands out. It's a unique thing that will leave a memory for you. You'll have this, like, ingrained memory of this game's existence because you've played it, right? High Guard literally doesn't need to exist at all. It does nothing. It's a game that was created to say, hey, I hope people buy this and we make money on it. That's not how you create a work of art.
A free game. How are you going to buy a free game?
And games are art. As much as games are entertainment and a product to be purchased and consumed, which is true, games are not just business. They are also entertainment and art. All art is entertainment and all entertainment is art. And I think that's what these game studios have forgotten, is that you're not just here to print money for investors and for you. You're here to make something that people want to be part of their lives, want to be part of the investing of what they're doing with their time for a long time. Not, oh, we just did it so you play it for a year, and it's a game as a service, so you pay $20 7 times this year for expansions, and then we drop the game, or, you know, but that's how they're treating it. You know what I'm saying? They really want people to start immediately, buy this mount, buy this skin, buy this. Are you crazy? Your game is ass. Why would I spend any money on it? So anyway, yeah, I don't think that anyone's going to trust Jeff Keighley's taste ever again, to be honest with you. I think that he's toast. And yeah, High Guard is basically another example of industry slop, that they pumped out another one that didn't need to exist, and it just goes right down the toilet like the rest. No one's going to be playing that game. It's awful. The player base is atrociously low now. Then they say it's down to like in the teens, 15%, 20%. How do you find that? How do you actually find player count on Steam? Does anyone...
I mean, I don't know about Steam. I don't know about Steam, but I do have an easy way to fucking check another fucking demographic here. I can go onto Twitch right now. And
yeah, my name's John.
Shut up, whoever the fuck that is on Twitch. High Guard. I'm searching for High Guard. How do you fucking, hold on. How do you fucking spell it? Is it just H-I-G? How do you spell High Guard, you bastards? What's that? How do you spell it? I'll say shout out to all the titty streamers here. You scroll down to just chatting on Twitch and you just see tits, and then there's some more tits over here, and hello, it's a sea of titties. You know? Is it? So, High Guards. Oh, there it is there. I wouldn't come up for it at first, you know, so hold on. So here is the Twitch demographics right now, in case you're curious, okay? Use your graphical metrics here. 6.3k viewers, 5.9k followers. For a game it dropped just the other day there. So it's got some decent numbers, you know? And there's this person here has got 1,000 viewers, 1,000 viewers, 1,000 viewers, 138, 637, 497. So some decent numbers. Mainly carried by, obviously, a handful of individuals, you know, so you scroll down some more, you'll get less viewers and less viewers, but it's still, at the end of the day though, it's still a few popular streams for the game, you know. hold on a second here, I need to defend myself here for a second here. Dapper Dragon says, I'm just saying, I can't find titty streamers when I look for them, but you get them front page, what streams are you watching? I'm not watching, I don't watch any streams on Twitch. Maybe that's why I'm getting them promoted to me, because I'm trying to fucking learn me back. But yeah, I don't. I follow a couple of individuals on, but I don't usually watch Twitch, you know. I don't usually watch Twitch at all, though, you know. Yeah, I don't. That's not my fault I'm getting recommended titties. Less that slander, good sir. Well, technically it's in writing, isn't it? So that's not really slander, it's libel, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Jesus, man. I've been attacked. I'm innocent. Alvin Twitch, the front page of Twitch is like tits and tits and tits. Now I'm back on DSP and there's more tits in front of me. Big fucking fat guy, hairy tits. You can't get away from the fucking tits on Bingo, it seems. I will.
Anyone know how you look up those stats? I don't know how to find it. I'd like to see how many people are playing it right now. Anyone know? I'm in Steam right now. Where else do you look it up? Just Google Highguard Steam charts. Steam charts for Highguard. Here it is. Whoa! 11,557 players right now. The 24-hour peak was less than 20K. Ultimately sad. Again, a game that doesn't need to exist. Literally fell off a cliff. Wildlight Entertainment, I hope that you guys have a backup plan. Because this game is not going to work for you, and you are going to need some other source of employment. Yeah. Sad. What's up, Jade? He says, what's up, Phil the Builder?
Hey, Jade's fucking here. Do we get a fucking... Is that our Jade? Okay, I mean, that is definitely our Jade, isn't it? It is our Jade. Fucking good stuff indeed. Fucking hooray for that. So yeah, we get a free space for that. And I'll say as well, a free space.
Squeak, squeak, free space.
We have 12 free spaces courtesy of Jade showing up to Phil, streaming Phil, saying hi to Jade. Excellent stuff indeed.
Yeah. Sad. What's up, Jade? He says, what's up, Phil the Builder? He says, don't give up on Sagat. I'm not. We're playing Sagat tonight. The late stream tonight is more Street Fighter 6. I'm going to try to...
I just realised that we're one away from a full house. We're one more square being ticked away from winning bingo. Just one to go.
I keep learning Sagat. Right now, I need to figure out what normals do you use in what situation. Because right now, I'm just not sure. I'm fishing and I'm getting stuffed 90% of the time. And I need combo... I need to get his combos down to memory, and I need to know situationally what combo works better in what situation. Because I'm not, right now, I'm doing bad stuff. Like, his overhead combo, I'm using EX freaking knee for no reason. I should definitely be doing, like, overhead into, like, a basic combo, not knee. So. Anyway.
Wait a second, hold on. I think we've won already. Hold on, I need to... I feel, no, I think we've won already and I missed something. Give me a wee second here, give me a second here, okay? When Phil was saying hi to everyone earlier on, he mentioned kick, didn't he? Like when he was going through his little list here, like, hi everyone, all that shit. He definitely mentioned kick, didn't he?
Of today's stream. That's what
we
were.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, it
They're
went through...
just max
it went through a list of, like, saying good morning to everyone. And I'm certain it went and talked to you just said in kick side.
That's what we're going to be doing after. So,
Blah, blah, blah.
We're in peace, Heartbreaker, Abdullah.
Wait, here it is.
So I hope you're ready for that. How's everyone doing today? Who do we got? We got Ray Rays, Game Dude, Tub Tub, Sinful Rhapsody, Chris is here, Dave Lines, C-Maxkey, and Ice Agent is here. Wow. Cabal, War and Peace, Heartbreaker, Abdullah. Then over on the kick side, we got Mojito.
He did say kick. We've won. We've very fucking won. I missed Phil saying kick earlier on.
Burger?
I do apologise for that. We've won bingo already, okay? I had a feeling that Phil said kick and I fucking missed it. I do apologise for that. So, yeah, that's why I had to rewind it there. So, I'll go back to where I was, okay? We're 11:48:18 is where we were. 11:48:18 is where we were before. Right here, okay. So, that's where we left off from Phil. But we've won bingo. Bingo is victorious. You know, because Phil said kick and I fucking missed it because I'm a blind bastard, you know, and I fucking missed it. I do apologise. But yeah, 12 free spaces. 1, 2, 3, hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go.
Full house. Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
We've won bingo, victorious and bingo. We guarantee a fucking marble race later on. Now, that was a pretty quickly one game of bingo, I feel like. Is Phil still playing? Like, he's still... Okay. His stream is still going. We're 40 odd minutes behind live DSP and he's still doing his show. I think a second game of bingo should go ahead and let's see if we can fucking end Phil's streaming week with a multiple full houses. What do you guys think? You know, I reckon that's a good idea personally. I think we should get a second, let's try to get a fucking second full house, you know. So there we go. We'll reset things, we'll reset the free spaces, we'll get a fucking second card going. And all that jazz. We'll see if we can get a second game one. All that thing. So let's just reset that and then randomize and shuffle and all that jazz. But yeah, do we do a second card or just going on and boring people with games of the year? I mean, if I end it now, it seems a very fucking quick end. Let's go for it. Let's fucking go for it. We'll see if we're successful or not. You know. I know there might be some gold dust. We still might have some future gold dust to go through. You know, even though Phil's boring the passive everyone right now, he might get some pushback and some with his lack of enthusiasm to go through this list. even though he promises audience it, I've got a feeling that I've got a feeling his negativity will rub off on his audience and he'll fucking lash out at him, put it that way. So, yeah. The very first number in chat I saw was from Culump who said 42. That is the most, that's a very important number. If you, yeah, just grab your tools, put it that way. Yeah. I mean, the answer to life, universe, and everything is 42. And this is the bingo card. This is the bingo card we have for today's second bingo card. We'd fail to say and do the following. We'd fail to say, oh, DSP tries it. Reality, I'm just playing some tutorial and him messing with his phone. The second row is still saying there you go, people saying, him repeating the same point constantly, him saying percent, and new games. The third row is Phil mocking his own chat, him giving somebody a bleeding ban, him being a victim mode, him saying nobody unknown, and him making that annoying T sound.
T T T T T T T T T T T.
The fourth row is still saying excited necessarily, comment him doing a wire T pose, and him smacking his lips. The fifth row is Phil saying cat tuitions, you know what I mean, behind the scenes basically, and finally, a lot of people. That's our second bingo card we have for today's stream. One bingo, so a guaranteed marbles, but if we get a second full house, we'll have two separate marble races. You know? Two separate marble races, two potential winners. And also the winners of those marble races could win a prize, and there's bingo baddies with all prizes, but you've got to be in it to win it, as the old saying goes, so make sure you've got a comment on that community post if you haven't yet got one on there already. Now, before we start playing bingo a second time, we must once more press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle for a second time. Ah, that's me again! Why is it me twice? Nah, I'm pressing that again.
The answers are fucking you in that order, bitch.
Thank you, Moki. On that note, that time bingo again, here we fucking go.
Not me. So. Anyway. Enough blabbing about High Guard, huh? Anyway, someone's trying to contradict me and say that TV and movies are more profitable than games. Completely false. But thanks for $2. I just want you to think about that statement. So video games. The most profitable video games out there right now are a game that has minimal investment, but hooks you and you continuously spend money on it, whether it's a monthly subscription, whether it's constant upgrades or expansions, DLC content, etc. Right? A video game can have a budget, but then actually last 10 years. Right? Think of GTA 5, one of the most profitable games of all time, GTA Online. Right?
That is the exception, Phil, I'd say. GTA 5 was like a genie in a fucking bottle, which others tried to replicate and fucking really couldn't. Like there's some games out there that managed to, you know, Fortnite is another game which managed to become massively successful. You know, just because of the way the fucking game is, you know what I mean? But it's just because it happened, like it's hard to. Oh, for God's sake, man. I love how Phil's dismissing the point, even though he's not done any research into it whatsoever. Like, streaming, like, Netflix is more, there's more money involved in films and TV, you know, partially because of Netflix as well, and other fucking places like Amazon as well, and Apple TV, and fucking all these other fucking, you know, services that all for streaming services. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I'm saying. Dapper Dragon says that the biggest acquisition in entertainment right now has been Netflix buying Warner Brothers, and they outright said the gaming studio didn't factor into a decision. Phil, that's what I'm saying. Phil is pretending to know better than everyone else, just because he's not done his own research. Someone tries to contradict him, he immediately gets defensive, immediately says they're wrong, without any evidence to fucking back up what he's saying whatsoever.
A movie is only ever really going to have one source of income, and that's the ticket.
Let me rewind this bizarre fucking take from Phil, okay? Let's hear this bizarre asinine take here.
Video games. The most profitable video games out there right now are a game that has minimal investment, but hooks you and you continuously spend money on it, whether it's a monthly subscription, whether it's constant upgrades or expansions, DLC content, etc. Right? A video game can have a budget, but then actually last 10 years. Right? Think of GTA 5, one of the most profitable games of all time, GTA Online. Right? A movie is only ever really going to have one source of income, and that's the ticket price or when you buy the movie later. That's it. There's no revenue source from a movie. Like, let's say you really like the movie Oppenheimer, okay? You went and you saw it in the movies once or twice, okay, made some money there, and then maybe you bought it and you watch it on demand, but you got it so you get it every time. You already paid like $20. So what did the movie make? $60? And that's it, and you'll have it forever. Versus a game can be an ongoing revenue source for an endless amount of time. Just the design of modern video games makes sense that it would be more profitable than any other medium. But you still have people who have to be contrarian morons. So congrats on being stupid. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do in just a moment, we're going to count down my favorite games of 2025. We're going to do it very casually. This is not going to be like a big formal thing, but we're going to casually do it. Well, I'll play some gameplay footage in the background. I'll just talk about each game and why I think it was one of the best games of the year. And it'll be done then so that people can stop bugging me, to be honest. Burger. Because I really thought that by now people would have been like, okay, he's just not going to do it. But no, I still have people who are contacting me being like, so when's the Game of the Year Awards? When are you doing it? All right, I'll
Heaven fucking forbid that your long-term loyal fans are looking forward to fucking seeing you fulfill one of your fucking promises to them. Caleb is saying, no, merch doesn't exist, only the movie. Deadpool and Wolverine had exactly 0 pieces of desirable merch. Exactly, yeah. It's just... Phil has a finance degree, remember. Phil was apparently smarter than you and me because he got a finance degree like fucking 25 years ago or something. 20 plus years ago. Because he's smarter than you and me because he got a finance degree and that served him very well, obviously.
just do it. We'll do it so we can get out of the way so people can stop asking for it so that it's done, okay? So we're doing it on this very stream, and then after that, I hope you'll stick around for DSP Builds It, the Lego Super Mario build, which would be very chill fun today. Now, obviously, I don't want this stream to tank, okay? So please, chill, support, hang out, have a good time, engage. Let's have a good afternoon together. Right now, it's 11:50. It's technically still morning. It's going to be afternoon in a few minutes. Let's have a good one, right? Let's hang out and chill and just have a good time, enjoy each other's company. I think that would be a good way to spend the afternoon together. And let's make it a successful stream. The last Lego stream did well. The last Lego stream did very well when it was engagement and support. It went really good. So obviously, I'd like to do that again. We have today's stream and then probably one more late night stream to wrap it up. Probably, we're going to do that probably Saturday night when I come back from my break. We're just going to finish it, okay? Princess Luna, thank you for a membership. That's our first membership of the day. I appreciate that. Okay. Someone took $1 and change and says, would you consider your videos a form of art? Yeah. I mean, it might not be the most artistic form of art, and it might not be the most meaningful form of art, but yeah, my videos are considered art. Absolutely. And
surely wouldn't this bingo stream also be considered art? Why not? I mean, if Phil's fucking piece of shit stream is art, then isn't bingo? I'm just saying, by Phil's logic, and but Phil attacks content like this. Anytime detractors make content on Phil Burnell, he doesn't see that as art. He steals that as criminals taking his money. Which is bizarre. I mean, no, but that's just Phil for you. I still love, to this fucking day, I love Phil's argument that every single detractor who gives other detractors money on their content would have actually given their money to Phil Burnell instead had that detractor content not exist. I love how Phil tried his best to fucking explain that to his audience. Like it was a fucking sensible thing to fucking say. Like if I didn't exist in Broside, Phil didn't exist in Raw, Phil didn't exist in That Being Said, didn't exist in So On, and Dude didn't exist. If all these detractors didn't exist, then the money that people give these detractor streams, whatever, would have instead went into his pockets apparently. You know what I mean? Which is, it's the most bullshit fucking take ever, but he generally believes that, it seems.
Thank you so much to Jim Jam. Jim Jam with a $5 super chat. He says, new viewers from the Asmongold interview appreciate you doing a Game of the Year list since we weren't here for the first 10 months of 2025. Well, there you go. I mean, that I guess I can understand. Totally. Burger. The thing is, like, I've talked a lot about the games that I liked the most last year, but maybe some of these you're not aware of. All right, fair enough. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe we have some newcomers who stuck around, which we have. Absolutely, there's newcomers who stuck around from November, and maybe this will be a fun list for you guys, okay? That's cool. Thank you, Jim Jam, for the super chat. Very nice.
Who fucking cares?
Burger. Nicely said. Shall we begin? Should we just start now? We've already been dilly-dallying for 20 minutes. Want to begin? Okay. All right, folks.
Oh, we have 50 likes apparently, according to the big beefy bastard himself. Broside Phil says we have 50 likes, so fantastic stuff, guys. Thank you very much for liking the stream 50 times. That's 2 more free spaces right there. And on top of that, we also get to once again celebrate the free spaces with lights being hit by enjoying the balls animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animation. Remember to keep an eye in the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Fuck him up, Jasper. Good cat. He never misses.
Let's talk about my favorite games of 2025. Now, understand this is obviously my subjective opinion. It's not objective. You can completely disagree, and that's fine. I would love to hear why you would completely disagree. So if you're...
Phil, you're saying this, and yet at the same time, you just... On this same show, 10 minutes before this, you're asking... You're literally questioning the existence of Highguard. You're saying Highguard as a video game shouldn't exist. And it's a waste of fucking existence. It's a waste of like time for anyone to consume that stuff. You know, so when you're trying, this is such a bizarre thing to fucking say. 10 minutes after fucking saying that High Guard shouldn't even exist in the first place, even if other fucking people enjoy it, just because you don't, you think it's a fucking waste of time for fucking people to have worked on a game and developed that game.
If you're watching this video like on demand, why don't leave comments and say, hey, why the hell was that game on there? Or why was this game left off? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, this is based on my personal enjoyment, how much gameplay I got out of the game, how fun the streams were, stuff like that, okay? It's just my own personal takes. This is not going to be based on any crazy criteria where I sat here meticulously counting points for each. Well, the game had this level of graphics, and then it had this level of gameplay, and then it had this level of sound. And
I'm going to tell you exactly how the fucking list is going to get based. It's going to get based off how much fucking money you got for playing that motherfucking game. That's exactly how this fucking list is going to fucking be.
design, I don't do that. It's just going to be based on, you know, if I liked it or not. All right? So let's jump right into it. The first game in my Game of the Year countdown, all right, for 2025 is... What the hell is that? That is not what I wanted. This is also not what I wanted. I wanted...
Oh, come on, of course. That game made him back. That game made him bucket loads of money. And yeah, even though the audience fucking checked out every single fucking stream, even though fucking people were bored at their fucking tits, fucking your likes of Jade, your Princess Luna's fucking kept giving them $20 odd, or Jade was literally begging. Jade would beg the chat every stream for someone else to give Phil $20, so Jade could then keep a Pokemon or name a Pokemon on their behalf. So yeah, the list has started off as I expected. So, there we go. This is going exactly how I expected it so far.
Hold on. I must have pressed a button that screwed stuff up. Hold on. Well, the good thing I'm not doing this professionally, right? Why is this camera on?
You are though. This is your fucking job. You incompetent buffoon. You consider this meaningful. You think of what you're doing right now as worth creating, which is sad as fuck.
Oh, I know why. I did it. I actually did it right. But this is the wrong camera angle now, because here we go. It's the wrong camera angle because I was demoing for the for what we're gonna do with the Legos. So let me fix it. So let's start. Ah, there we go. Ready to start this over? Since that was so sloppy.
Who
All right, let's start
fucking
this over. Ready?
cares?
Act like I didn't do that. Okay, so all right, and so let's start my countdown for the best games of the year for me. My personal takes. The first game is Pokemon Legends ZA. That worked a lot better, didn't it? So you might say, by the way, pay no attention to the man behind me. He's a fool, okay? You might say, why Pokemon Legends ZA? So many people criticized this game this year and said, it's not as good as previous Pokemon games. The game itself is too small scope. It fails on a million levels, all right? There's a few reasons. Number one.
Buddy, even Phil fucking hated the game and hated the DLC. Phil was a big fucking critic of DLC. You know, the only reason he kept playing this game was money. It wasn't that the audience were always checked out. There's no great engagement around this activity or attendance, and the on-demand views were terrible. The only sole singular reason this game fucking maintained a place in this fucking shitey schedule was for the mighty American dollar. Hopefully Phil's going to be transparent and honest about it. If not, then yes, it will prove his sheer hypocrisy.
If you treat this as less serious of a Pokemon game, because to be honest, it's not Pokemon Scarlet, it's not Pokemon Violet, it's not, you know, one of the mainline Pokemon games. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be kind of a filler game, okay? The game is actually quite fun, all right? If you take it as a game where you're going to hang out and chill and just enjoy what it is at face value, which to be honest, I think this game improved upon things from the last couple of Pokemon games that were tons of issues. Number one, the graphical performance, right? The big number one complaint that everyone had about Pokemon Scarlet was that the game's graphics failed, right? They did. The game's graphics were choppy as heck and just weren't very good. It looked like crap on the Switch 1. So knowing the shortcomings of the Nintendo consoles, Game Freak decided to make this game completely confined to a city. Now, as many people who complain, well, that means that you can't have open world exploration, it's worse than other Pokemon games, it actually worked for this game. It made the game run well. The graphical performance was good. It never really dipped in frame rate. The Pokemon looked great. The character models looked great. So the graphical issue was fixed. It might have been one of those bootleg ways it was fixed by having it all be in one city, but they did fix the issue. The fact that you could see so many Pokemon now in modern graphics, live action, rather than just turn-based stuff was really cool. And I actually liked the base mainline story of the game. The fact that instead of having gyms, you had these different trainers who you fought that all had different elements and different storylines. But then at the end, all the trainers actually united to save the city. That was pretty cool. It broke the mold of the traditional Pokemon storyline that, oh, you go around the world, you fight gym leaders and stuff like that. It didn't feel cliche in that regard, okay? So I actually enjoyed it for that. And let's be honest, it was a really chill, fun, interactive playthrough that I had with my viewers that ended up being insanely lengthy. People were having such a good time relaxing, playing Pokemon with me. It ended up being an over 60-hour endeavor where we went and did the DLC as well. Now, admittedly, the DLC was not that good. I actually think that the base game is much better than the DLC, okay? But I had a great time with this game. I did. All right. As much as people criticize it, which I agree with a lot of the criticisms, I'm not going to disagree with you and be like, oh no, you're wrong. But I actually had a really good time with this game, and it ended up being one of my favorite playthroughs of the year. So it's at the bottom of the list. Don't get me wrong, but it's still one of the better games that I played in 2025, and one of the ones that I got the most entertainment out of because of the level of interaction and chill fun that we had when we were actually playing it together.
I'm actually scared to say the word money. It feels like he knows. I think he knows what everyone knows. And he refuses to fucking even acknowledge that this fucking game did well for him financially. Oh, people are so interactive with this shit. People are so engaged with this, you know? People love this stuff. Yeah, it felt that these streams are always... People were begging for them to end. People were begging for these streams to end. But a small handful of individuals who kept lining your pockets to name Pokemon maintained this game would fucking persist in your schedule. Despite you practically falling asleep during these fucking Pokemon streams.
All right, maybe if I was playing this game by myself and I didn't have an interactive audience to help me to understand the different rankings, the different elements and the weaknesses and all of that, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. All right, but the fact that it ended up being a really cool, chill, interactive playthrough with all of you, it ended up being really fun. So that's why it's at the bottom of the list, but it still makes the list of my favorite games of 2025. Okay? If anything, my one criticism of the game is very simple. As you can see, the combat is live action. The game actually thinks it's like an MMO, and it's not. I actually prefer the old turn-based combat of traditional Pokemon, while this one was way more action-based. And I feel like because it was action-based, it was hard to keep track of a lot of stuff. Like, I felt like elements, weaknesses, and certain abilities that normally would have been like, oh, damage over time or slow your enemy, they don't really matter because the game is moving so fast. All you're just trying to do is maximum damage as quickly as possible. And you don't really care about anything else. Other Pokemon games, because you have time to plan out your turns and stuff, you can actually have more of a strategy applied. Here, it's just like, just hit him as hard as you can like a truck and take him out. So, there you go, turkey. That's cute. So, Pokemon Legends EA, bottom of my list, but it definitely was one of my favorite games of the year. Okay, very nice. Already there's a big uproar in chat. Everyone's like, how dare you say that that game was good? The game was atrociously bad. You're absolutely wrong. And we are now going to crucify you. Well, thank you very much. I have the cross out on the lawn. I'm ready. I just need to get some nails and a hammer, and we're good. I said...
Of course, Phil would compare himself to literally Jesus Christ. He thinks of himself that fucking highly. He thinks of himself that important in life that he believes that he should be comparable to the Lord and Saviour himself of a lot of people's fucking faith. Oh, God almighty. Phil's got the cross ready. Oh, really? You do? Yeah, it's kind of convenient. I thought Phil had that cross reserved for Tevin. You know? I'll be a different sort of fucking ceremony, though. I'll be a different sort of thing altogether. You know? Why were I surprised that Phil Burrell? He who bites his nails whenever a black individual appears on screen just happens to have handy access to a big cross and an ample amount of fucking fuel to fucking light that some bitch on fire.
Absolutely wrong, and we are now going to crucify you. Well, thank you very much. I have the cross out on the lawn. I'm ready. I just need to get some nails and a hammer, and we're good. I did say that this was going to be a subjective list. I did say that you would probably not agree. You did hear me say that.
And they're perfectly entitled to voice their fucking opinions, stating as much. So why are you upset that people are choosing to disagree with you?
When we began, correct? Okay. How dare you? How dare you? It's a horrible game. There you go. Very nice. My door frame is in the shot. That is not my door frame. That's my closet. This is actually my closet over here where I store all my stuff. I could zoom in, but then the camera's going to end up being more blurry. Right now,
it's a closet door. The door has a frame. Your door frame is in the shot.
I'm doing 1080p because 1080p allows me to do the 60 frames. This camera can do 4K, but then it only does 30 frames. And people have outright told me they didn't see much of a difference between the 4K and the 1080p, so they wanted me to keep the 1080p so we could have 60 frames. Because if we did 4K, then I could zoom the camera in further, and then you wouldn't see the things on the side of the shot, but then it would be less frame rate. So there you go. Sure.
Dapper Dragon has a Roger still question here. Correct me if I'm wrong, says Dapper Dragon, but isn't comparing yourself to a Jesus a huge no-no in Roman Catholicism? I don't know. I'm not really a religious person myself. Like, I was raised a Christian, but I'm not really religious myself. Like, I'm Easter on. Like, I mean, like, I've always kind of said this. I do respect the power that faith gives people. You know what I mean? As long as that, you know, as long as they're not fucking using that faith to hurt other people, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes people, if people are fucking ill and are suffering or whatever, and their faith fucking gets them through that, I respect that. I can respect people's belief in their faith to get them through tough times in their lives, or for like, you know, for people to look for loved ones in their life. You know what I mean? The power of prayer. You know what I mean? It's just like, I can respect them believing that if they feel like it helps them in their life. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't buy into it myself, but I'm not going to just dismiss other people's fucking faith. You know what I mean? I've always been that sort of way myself. You know. So yeah, I think is that agnostic or something? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure about Roman Catholicism, whatever. But I do know one thing, though. I know one thing.
And that's somebody right there who's already got a compromised moral compass.
There you go. That's one thing I fucking know for damn sure.
Show you my closet? Oh, I will. I actually do an event every year now. It's going to be called DSP's Indivestance Day. We're going to do it on July 4th on Independence Day, or if July 4th ends up being a weird day for some reason, maybe we'll do like just around there. But I'm going to do a marathon. And during that marathon, two things happen. Number one, I'm going to actually clean out this closet.
I mean, yeah, so agnostic means you're not sure. I mean, I would say that then. Like, I mean, it's just, it's like, there's a lot of things. I mean, I don't, not to fucking deal or anything, but yeah, none of us fucking knows for sure. Is there a fucking God? How does that God exist? Is it one or multiple? No one fucking knows. That's why fucking people have faith, don't you know? Because like, people go a leap of faith to fucking believe what they fucking want to believe. I don't fucking know. Personally, I just try and fucking live my life as I just try and be a good person myself. You know, I'm not a fucking angel by any fucking means, you know what I mean? But I live my life just how I was raised. Like I let my upbringing dictate how I should like be. I don't let a fucking book. I don't let some holy book try and decree how I should fucking exist. I just try and let my own, you know, how I was raised, lead, guide me instead. You know, that's just the way I see it. You know, but I think in that regard, I think we're all agnostic technically. You know, I don't know. But anyway, and it's yeah, I don't think I'm not atheist. You know what I mean, because we don't fucking know for sure. There's a lot of unanswered things in the universe. Who fucking knows? That's where I'll leave it.
Reorganize it, and throw a bunch of stuff out. And in fact, it needs to be done pretty badly, because now when I did the renovations in this studio over the last couple months, I've got all kinds of junk in there now, boxes and stuff that need to be cleaned out, stuff that needs to be thrown out. I have decorations I'm never going to use again because now my set is different, so I need to clean that out. That's number one. But the reason it's called Indivestance Day is because that is the one day a year when I'm going to bust out my storage bin of vests and hats. And for levels of support that I get during that marathon, I will put on a vest and a hat of your choice, just like I used to do back in the day. But we retired it like 2 years ago. We bring it back just for Indivestance Day. All right, one day a year, the vests and hats are back. So be there for Indivestance Day this coming July 4th. There you go, a nice little plug. Jade says, I love Pokemon, but the DLC was just too long. The DLC was not well designed at all. The DLC for Pokemon Legends EA was basically, you could tell it was an afterthought, and they just wanted a DLC, but didn't want to put a lot of effort into it. So it's just too lengthy, too drawn out, waste your time, very boring. Okay, I received a $5 and 69-cent tip from Edge Steel. Thank you to Edge Steel. Let's get a nice animation for you. Our first major tip of the day where we can actually have an animation. Thank you, Edge Steel. They said, I've been a fan on and off since early YouTube days. I'm excited for today's list. Keep up your great content. Thank you so much, Edge Steel. Appreciate that. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Burger. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Let's get to our next entry on the countdown. Ready? So our next entry on the countdown is a game that's actually a follow-up to a game that I played several years ago on a whim. Someone had suggested it to me, and I'd never heard of it. And I tried it, and surprisingly enough, I really, really liked it. Then I played the sequel this year, and to be honest, it was more of the same. So again, I really liked it. It's right up my alley. But it's lower on the list for a good reason, and you're going to understand why when we take a look at this game. Ladies and gentlemen, the game that's the next on my list of best games of 2025, or I should say my favorite games of 2025, is Tormented Souls 2. Now, let me fast forward.
Tormented Souls 2? Really? I don't really have much recollection of playing this. You know, I don't remember fuck all from this, personally.
Here, it looks like I'm blabbing about a puzzle. Let's actually get to the game. Here we go. So Tormented Souls 2, for those who don't know, it's the follow-up to a game from a few years ago that essentially is...
Oh god, the color... Okay, I recognize it now. Those three words made me remember. The color puzzle.
Trying to emulate survival horror games of yesteryear. And what I mean by that is fixed camera angles, limited inventory, limited resources, enemies that jump out of the corners of the screen that you can't see, boss fights that are tankish. Okay, so yeah, you know, all of those things. As you can see, does this not look reminiscent to, say, like the Spencer Mansion or something like that from a Resident Evil game? So it has elements from many different classic survival horrors, including Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and more from back in the day, okay? I really liked the graphics. I liked the lighting of the game. The story was pretty creepy as well, and I did like a lot of the gameplay elements, again, feeling like classic horror games from the past. If you like classic horror, survival horror, you're going to enjoy Tormented Souls 1 and 2. This one came out in the fall, so it was like the perfect prime time for a game like this to be out around Halloweenish, okay? So, you know, that's all the good things about the game. So you might say, well, why is this so low on the list, at the bottom of your list of your favorite games if you really liked it? Well, it's very simple. The game is made by a small studio. This game is not made by a giant AAA company. They don't have a big budget, okay? When the game came out, I played it for around, I want to say I played it up to like almost 15 hours. And then all of a sudden, I ran into a horrendous game-breaking bug. There was a puzzle that, even though I solved it correctly, would not complete, and I couldn't play the game. The game actually had soft locked itself, and I couldn't play it any further. I had to wait over a week for the game developers to patch the game, to fix it, and then I was able to continue on with my playthrough. Even then, there were more bugs that persisted. So I hate to say it, but that's kind of the sad fact about games that are smaller scale. They may be gems that shine, even outshine the bigger games, the AAA games. To be honest, this game was much better than many AAA games that I played in 2025. But because it's a small studio, because they don't have a good budget, you might find a whole bunch of bugs during the game that hinder your progress. And that's legit what happened with this one, is I had to stop playing it for a while and actually wait for them to fix the game so that I could advance. It just really sucked that you're really enjoying the game, you're in a groove, it's part of your schedule, you know, you're really enjoying it. Oh, now you're frozen, you can't play it for like a week and a half. So, you know, it is what it is. Eventually, they did fix the problems, and eventually I did beat the game, and I did like it a lot. Tormented Souls 2, again, strongly recommended for those who are fans of classic survival horror. I think that you'll really like the game. But understand that when you play a smaller scale game like this, your mileage may vary on your entertainment and your experience. You may sadly run into a bunch of problems, all right? There you go. Okay. What in the heck is this song? Whoa, we got some crazy music going on. This sounds like a crazy, like a boss fight in an RPG or something, right? This sounds like this would have been straight out of like Clear Obscure or something. Sometimes this music library shocks me. Zach, thanks for $2. I have no idea why you bring up a Wings of Redemption detractor. But thanks for $2. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for 2. All right. You're in the wrong place. This is not a wing stream, for the record. Okay. Okay, let's skip this and go to the next one. All right. Continuing on, my countdown of my favorite games of 2025. I think this one may shock a lot of people. And I think this one maybe you're like, what? You're confused. But I'm going to explain. And once I explain, I think you're actually going to understand where I'm coming from with this one. Okay? My next game, in my listing of the best games of 2025,
If it's this truck sim, I'm gonna punch a motherfucker.
is Death Stranding 2.
First of all, yeah. Also, what the fuck's up with this dumbass face?
2025 is
Thumbnail. Thumbnail face, everyone. Thumbnail face. I like how it looks back. Look at this shit. Oh, God almighty. Ah, fuck me, man. Once you fucking put on the clown makeup, Phil, it never comes off.
Death Stranding 2. Whoa, what the? Right? You may be like, what's going on? Death Stranding 2? Aren't you highly critical of this series? Don't you say that Death Stranding is just an overglorified delivery game and it's not that good? Why on earth would you say that Death Stranding 2 is one of the best games of 2025? Right? You're confused. You're utterly confused. And you want an explanation, and you deserve an explanation. I'm going to give you one. Once I figure out what's up with my camera, because I'm trying to block myself, I got to be like way over here to block myself. Really weird. Okay, so why Death Stranding 2? All right, let's talk about it. Number one, great graphics. You know, I played it on PS5 Pro because, you know, it's a PS5 game. And the game looked beautiful throughout. Still has best-in-class mocap, character models, great voice acting. The game is gorgeous and is well-designed and well-implemented, correct? No one can really disagree with that, I don't think, okay? The game itself actually dramatically improved upon many of the things from the previous game. One of the major complaints of Death Stranding 1 is that the game is so slow-paced, and you have to be on foot for so much of it, that the game feels like an arduous task. Well, in Death Stranding 2, you actually get to drive vehicles the vast majority of the game. They fixed that issue from the first game where you were like so bored, because basically the entirety of the game was walking on foot. Not to say there's not a lot of walking on foot, there absolutely is, but at no point does it feel anywhere near as tedious as the first game. The game has more action, the game actually has some pretty epic boss fights, and honestly, I think the story is great too. Now, admittedly, the game is just the game where you're a delivery person. Although there are fights and there is story with action and all kinds of stuff going on, but akin to like an anime almost, okay? Basically, the reason that I'm listing this as one of the best games of the year is pretty simple. It's very simple, just think of it this way. 2025 was a year where most games sucked, all right? Most games that came out had hype, and it came from a studio you knew, and so you expected it to be good. And you played the game, you're like, why is this game so mid or so shitty? It was the year of mid and shitty games. It really was, 100%. It was just a very disappointing year overall in general. So, held up to that comparison, Death Stranding 2 actually performed well, actually improved upon the first game, was entertaining, wasn't as boring as the first one. It did everything right. If there were better games in 2025, maybe I would have been like, it just wasn't that good. But in comparison to everything else, this legit was one of the best games of the year, hands down. Any other year, if there were all these other better games to compare it to, I would have been like, just okay. This year, this is by far one of the best games of the year. The year sucked. The year had so few really good games that this one stood out. it's weird because, you know, again, I probably wouldn't have praised it this much in a previous year, but this is one of the gems of 2025. If you didn't play it, you actually missed out because everything else was terrible. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you didn't pass it by thinking, oh, I played the first one or I heard the first one was insanely boring. This one is actually much better. All right? Yes, you can drive vehicles almost the entirety of the game. Yes, there's actually a lot of combat and stuff in it. They kind of fixed or improved upon those shortcomings of the first game, and it doesn't feel nearly as tedious and boring, and it looks great, and the story advances, and it's pretty darn good. Give it a look if you skipped it. I think you'll actually enjoy yourself. There you go.
Also, money. Money, I should be honest here. Phil has not yet mentioned money once yet when describing these games being this fucking top list thing, you know. It's like he's terrified to admit it, even though we all fucking know that's the reason. That's the fundamental reason usually these games appear in his fucking top. It's like top games lists.
So I can't wait to see the comments on that one. Seriously, I can't wait to see the comments on that one because I know everyone's going to be going crazy and freaking out and being like, what are you, out of your freaking mind? That you said that was a good game. But I personally, you know, again, these are my personal picks. The games I either enjoyed the most or worked the best for streams and we had a good time. That game, hands down, was a very entertaining game for me this year. I legit wasn't disappointed by it. It actually improved upon the things I didn't like about the first one, so I had a good time with it. Therefore, it deserves some credit, right? Okay. All right. Shall we continue? Is it?
I love the heavy stalls in between each game he's going through, hoping to fucking have a huge amount of contributions to fucking go through. Like, it's like deliberate purposeful stalls in between the lists of games, hoping to fucking, you know, get a bit derailed by all the fucking massive amounts of people are going to be eager to throw me so much money for his list here. And so far he's got $18.
Okay. The next game on the countdown is a game that I almost didn't play. It absolutely was a game that got a huge amount of hype, okay, in 2025. It's a game that normally I would not have played at all. But I decided to change my philosophy on how I was going to cover stuff. I decided to listen to the audience and to venture out and try new stuff. And to be honest, I'm not disappointed whatsoever that I actually tried out this game because in the long run, I think not only did I get exposure to an entire genre that I didn't understand, but I also had a lot of great gameplay time with an awesome interactive audience. The game that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is Arc Raiders. Yes, Arc Raiders, I feel, was an experience that I almost missed out on. Okay.
Game he recently rage quit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know what an extraction shooter even was. I had never played one before.
That is a lie. You know, that is a lie. I can prove it right now. I'll prove it right now to you guys. There's an easy way to prove this is a fucking big, massive, bold-faced fucking lie. You wanna know how you can easily prove this is a fucking lie? You go to fucking Pig Go. You type in the words extraction shooter. You know. And you can like check out the earliest possible fucking results here. 2023. Let's see what this says, shall we?
I sold it a super chat saying, please try his extraction shooter mode DMZ. I haven't even tried it yet because I'm having.
But it's like, so he was aware of extraction shooters in 2023. You know? And it was a part of the, it's like, it's what's the game?
We've got. Lizer sold it a super chat saying, please try his extraction shooter mode DMZ. I haven't even tried it yet because I'm having so much fun with deathmatch, but maybe I will. Thank you.
So he was aware of it. He just fell off shit, as per usual.
So not understanding what the game was, I was going to skip it. And I did skip it for a while. Like, it was like a whole month or so it was out and I didn't play it. And then basically, people reached out to me and were like, why would you not play one of the better games of the year? And I explained, well, you know, these multiplayer games, they're a dime a dozen. They're not really for me. You know, I like more unique games and things like that, or games that have like a single player narrative. But you guys convinced me. Notably, again, I'd say it was after the Asmongold interview when I had a different viewer base who were kind of talking to me about stuff. And this game came up as a big suggestion.
How? Imagine that. Imagine fucking saying, so your normal audience, your core audience, the ones that have been there for the fucking longest time, you ignored their takes, their input. Oh God.
Phil chapter 1 verse 1 tipped £1. Thou shalt pay the king ith his tax or be ith banned eternally. Thou shalt allow the king to stroke ith his veiny scrotum until blessed with men on thy face, or be banned eternally.
Jesus!
I mean, if ever was a time that was more appropriate to fucking press that button, I love so. I love how they tried their best to fucking make the message sound all like old-fashioned, you know, like the old English text, you know, oh, saith this, saith that, you know, but text-to-speech just fucking took those ITHs, instead of it being beeth, it was BITH. So, thou shalt pay the king if his tax or beeth banned eternally. I was meant to say that, you know, so there we go. And the text speech is just going to say, I'm just going to fucking make it say whatever I fucking want to, but there you go. Oh, thank you for the tip, first of all. And, yeah, it's, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, it was yours, and you failed miserably. You failed miserably. I'm pretty certain there is, like, websites out there where you can test text-to-speech before you commit to it. You know, I'm pretty sure there's something, those things exist, you know. So, I don't know, but it's a good try. For the most, it worked for the most part, you know. It worked for the most part. So yeah, thank you very much for that. Very kind indeed. Oh God alive. Yeah, so yeah, we are, so in terms of free spaces, we have 3 free spaces so far. Courtesy of, well, we've got likes as well as Phil taking all the sips and all that jazz, which is good stuff indeed. We are £3 more away from getting a free space, courtesy of tips, and obviously as well, 5 super chats gets a free space, 5 memberships get a free space, and as well, likes, 75 likes on the bingo stream would get us another 3 spaces as well on top of everything else. So there we go. Bingo cards, this is actually quite well. This bingo card is going very strongly though. This is our second bingo card of the game.
Different viewer base who are kind of talking to me about stuff.
That's what I was saying before though, before it came in, I was fucking saying, Phil ignored his core audience for so long who told him to play Arc Raiders. But he only entertained the idea when Aspen Gold's fucking people came along. So Phil didn't trust what his loyal core audience were asking him to play. But when a bunch of newcomers come from the Aspen Gold crowd, he then listens to them. That is such a bad look for Phil. I'll rewind it so you guys, but Phil admitting this, it's so disrespectful to his core audience, I feel.
The game that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is Arc Raiders. Yes, Arc Raiders, I feel, was an experience that I almost missed out on. Okay, I didn't know what an extraction shooter even was. I had never played one before. So not understanding what the game was, I was going to skip it. And I did skip it for a while. Like, it was like a whole month or so it was out and I didn't play it. And then basically, people reached out to me and were like, why would you not play one of the better games of the year? And I explained, well, you know, it's multiplayer.
Thank you very much. Tasty as Welshman for the £5 super chat says I'll pay for a free space. Thank you very much indeed for the first super chat. There we go, good stuff indeed. So yeah, I mean, well, we might not need to. We might not need to. We'll have to wait and see what happens with free spaces. Phil might still say and do a bunch of these things to help us on our way to a full house. I'm expecting a Y or a T-pose very soon as well from Phil, because it's just natural what he fucking does when he's trying to fucking defend himself for his dumbass fucking decisions he makes sometimes, you know. But thank you very much for super chat though, very kind indeed.
Games, they're a dime a dozen. They're not really for me. You know, I like more unique games and things like that, or games that have like a single player narrative. But you guys convinced me. Notably, again, I'd say it was after the Asmongold interview when I had a different viewer base who were kind of talking to me about stuff. And this game came up as a big suggestion. Like, dude, everyone else is playing it. Why on earth would you not try Arc Raiders? So I tried it, and once I started getting into it and its gameplay loop and the formula of what it was, I ended up really liking it. Now, I have stopped playing it since, because I played it for like over a month. It was almost 2 months that I was playing it, and I pretty much saw almost everything the game had to offer. And I think that is the limitation of one of these extraction shooters, is you're either going to get ultra serious about it, or you're going to take every objective like a new thing you absolutely must do. You're going to start teaming up with an established team of people you trust, and you voice communicate, and you go really serious into it as like a pack of players. Or else you play it casually for a while, and it gets burned out, and then you're like, all right, I'm not going to play it anymore, right? And kind of that's what happened to me, is I don't think I was ever going to get ultra serious about the game. I just wanted to see exactly what it was and see how much entertainment I could get out of it for my audience. So that's how I treated it, and it worked. It worked for about a month and a half, 2 months, right? We had some good times. We did the Cold Snap event together, right? We had some good times in the game. I'm happy that I played it, and to be honest, when future extraction shooters come out, and if you guys want me to try them or explore them, I probably will. I understand what the genre is meant to be now, and I could probably better relate to the games and or compare them to each other because I got my start here with Arc Raiders. Okay, so thanks to anyone who was along for the ride with Arc Raiders. I had a great time. It just got to its logical stopping point where it's like, all right, we've seen every map, we've fought every enemy. Unless I get so crazy ingrained in playing this all the time, which I'm not going to, I'm a variety streamer, it's never really going to continue to work, and that's why we stopped playing it. But man, I had a great time, for sure, playing this game, and I want to say thank you to everyone who did suggest it. Honestly, when you really think about it, probably best multiplayer experience of 2025. It definitely was a better game
to Operation Mindfuck!
Thank you to Sonny for a $2 super chat who says, I'll Thank you very much.
spiders in the house. You don't pay rent. Fuck off.
Thank you to Sonny for $2 over chat. It says join you. Thank you very much for that, Sonny.
Fuck up, you cunt.
Thank you very much to Sonny for $2 over chat. It says there. Thank you very much for that, Sonny. Very kind of you indeed. So I'll join you there as a message I got there. So here's 70. Thank you very much, Sonny, for those free super chats. Very kind of you indeed. So there we go. One more super chat away from a free re-space.
Than Call of Duty this year. I didn't really like Battlefield because Battlefield, of course, was all team-based, and I'm not really all about the teams. So I think this being a unique multiplayer experience where sometimes you want to team up with the other raiders and help each other to survive, but the other time someone might backstab you and steal your stuff, I thought that was completely unique. And yeah, I would definitely say this was my best multiplayer experience of 2025, by a long shot, actually. If you haven't played it yet, hey, if you're okay with a game that has repetitive...
fucking screwed.
Thank you very much to Dapper Dragon who says Ree, and that Ree has earned us another free space. We got a 5th super chat on the stream, so good stuff indeed. Thank you very much indeed for that. Sonny got fucking stopped by the bank. I can only do 3 at a time. My bank has a killed. Oh, unlucky, Sonny. That's unfortunate for you. Thank you, though. Thank you to Sonny. And so, was it Sonny for the free super chats there, as well as Sideways Welshman and Dapper Dragon at the end there. I've got a free space cut set super chats at the end, so thank you very much indeed for that. Well, I've got a 4th free space of the stream so far. Good stuff indeed. So, there we go. Excellent stuff. Okay, so Phil was happy that he finally gave in to his audience begging him to play Ark Raiders. Only listened when Aspen Goals viewers came along, ignored his core audience for so long, and then he played the game until he stopped getting money for it and then stopped playing the game. Simple as that. Basically, Phil was happy to play the game because he got money when he played the game sometimes, and then he stopped getting money, so fuck that game.
Formula, and you just want to drop into a game and have some good fun in an experience where it's all about survival and looting, you're going to like the game.
Holy shit, so Lego doesn't start, so it's like Lego starts in almost an hour from now. Okay, we can definitely win the second card, okay? We're definitely able. We have a lot of time on our side to get a second bingo card victorious today, you know? Look at it this way as well, you know what I mean? There's going to be no bingo tomorrow or Friday, you know what I mean? So let's just try and get as many bingos done now, since we won't be here tomorrow or Friday.
It's probably right now best in class. I don't know, you know, in a month or two we've got that marathon game and then we probably have more this year. But right now it's probably the best one out there. You know, I say give it a look. Ark Raiders is a thumbs up from me. Okay. Good stuff. How far are we into the list? I don't even know. Okay, we're halfway in. We're halfway into the list. Cool. All right. So what do you guys think of the list so far? You like it? We got 4 more.
Stall. And here we go. We're stalling more. We're halfway through our list, guys. Where's your money? Guys, I'm reading you my list of games. I'm expecting you to pay me for telling you my favourite games of the year. Why aren't you guys giving me money?
More games to go. What's going on, Game Boy? Good morning. Good to see you. Well, actually, good afternoon now. It's now become afternoon. How are you? No, the list sucks. All right, we'll stop here. That's fine. All right, I'm listening to the feedback from Kick. We all know that the Kick chatters know what's best. They say no, that this list sucks. So we're going to stop right now. That's it. Okay. All right. You just never know what my top 4 games of the year were then. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Sounds good to me. The list got better the last 2 games. Well, I'm glad that you said that, Scooty. I'm glad that you feel that way. But I have to listen to the viewers, and Kick says that the list sucks, so I'm going to stop doing it right now. Sorry. So now the YouTube audience is like, no, fuck Kick. Screw them. Keep going. Cowboys on... Cowboys on the Kick chat says, why do you have to be such an asshole? Well, let me answer your question with a question. Why do you have to be such a dickhead? You were the one who was a dickhead first. There you go.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. You were just in full-on arsehole mode from the second you were a fucking shat at your mother's arse, Phil.
Oh, see, Grandmaster Scrub came up with an interesting idea. He says, tell them to pay you to stop then. So if they contribute to stop doing the countdown, I'll stop. All right, sure. If you contribute on Kick, let's say 10 subs on Kick, then I'll stop doing the countdown.
$50! He's begging Kick for $50 to stop the countdown. Holy shit. Beg mode is fully activated here.
There you go. Sounds good.
He's going to wait as well.
Right, I think we'll continue now. All right, let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, the next game on the list, honestly for me, was a pleasant surprise hit. And the reason I say that, this was a game that I went into without any real expectation. I had no idea if this game would be good or not. And in fact, this game actually had unique, great timing. I'll explain in a moment, but I want to say thank you to Dark Ethan, who just did a Canadian $5 super chat. Let's see what the value of that is today. The Canadian dollar's been fluctuating a lot this week.
Who
It's
fucking cares?
$3.69. Thank you to Dark Ethan for that. Thank you so very much, Dark Ethan. Good to see you here this morning. Okay. All right, so this particular game had very unique release timing. And because of its release timing, I ended up checking it out. And it just so happens that this game ended up being better than the other game that was in the same category. All right, let me show you, and then I think you'll understand, and I'll give you the deets. The game that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is Chronos: The New Dawn. That is right, a survival horror game that actually beat out Silent Hill F to the punch with its release window. This game came out, I believe it was the end of the summer, while Silent Hill F, I believe, came out in early September. This one came out late August. So because of that, I played it before the other big horror releases of the year, and to be quite honest, I loved it way more than Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F was on my most disappointing games of the year countdown. Chronos ends up being way up here on my favorite games of the year. Now, why? Well, number one, as you can see, the graphics are quite good. Number two, it had elements, again, that made it feel like a classic survival horror game. Notably, inventory management was a huge one, and monsters jumping out around corners was huge. This game, for the record, it's not for the faint of heart, and it is not easy. This game is actually very difficult in certain parts. There were parts where I almost soft-locked myself because I had used so much ammo up that I didn't know how I was going to get out of a situation. So I ended up in a situation like when I played Resident Evil 0 years ago, where I had to go through an entire area full of enemies without attacking any of them because I didn't have ammo to kill them. Okay, this game could very much end up like that. Now, this game is a unique combination of elements from games like Resident Evil 4, Dead Space, and that kind of game. So if you're looking for a very difficult, over-the-shoulder, third-person survival horror game with action elements, you're going to get it. That's the kind of game it is. Also, it has a very unique, futuristic, sci-fi plot that involves time loops and time travel, and it's an ongoing mystery right until the end of the game. So you actually really have no idea what's going on in this game until you get to the end. And I'll be honest, I think that the plot was quite good. I would say the only thing that actually disappointed me about this game is that there are multiple endings, okay? But I don't particularly think that any of the endings are great. They're all passable endings, but the game is so hard that you would hope that when you get to the ending, there's like this epic finale. But honestly, I think all of the endings ended up being a little bit underwhelming. Like, I played the game once and I saw the standard ending. Then I went to YouTube and we watched, like, the other two endings to see them all, because there was no way I was going to replay the game from the start that many times. And honestly, I liked it, but I do feel like that if the ending was better, it would have even been a better game. But I loved the game's elements, and again, it was more about, I think, the journey than the destination, if that makes sense. Again, if you like classic survival horror, like Resident Evil 4-esque, not the old school stuff, but like Resident Evil 4, like levels of challenge, I think you're really going to like this game. And if you're into the whole, like, sci-fi, futuristic, like Dead Space style horror, you're also really going to like this game. So, definitely up there. Again, as you notice, I'm a...
Oh, God.
£5 get free space.
Yes, it
Tip
does.
£5.
It does.
So Kyle, you need to type B if C E.
Oh, for God's sake. The instruction... Okay, Kyle, the instruction was... You type it... So, oh, for God's sake. I'm trying to... I'll explain in a second. I'll explain in a second. Motherfucker. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. For the love of Christ. Stop it! No more. Oh, for God's sake, finally. Right, so the desperation, and amongst all that fucking ease, Kyle, they were trying to... That was trying to help you, Kyle. So, the problem that you had, Kyle, because you typed it... I'll type it in the stream chat at the same time. That way it makes more fucking sense. Kyle typed his text-to-speech went wrong because Kyle typed theirs like this. King, if, as two separate words, which broke the text-to-speech. So if you want it to work in future, Kyle, apparently you type it like this instead, with a dash. You know? You put a wee dash. Instead of a space, you put a dash. Apparently it'll work that way. That is what that tip was trying to explain. You know, that's what they were trying to explain to you in that tip. At least that's what I think. I think it's trying to say that. There's a whole lot of ease in there to confuse me, you know what I mean? So, but I think that's what the fucking message was trying to fucking say. So yeah, mate, there you go. Or, aye. Well, to be fair, the example they used was the BF thing, you know, so it's like, they actually typed it as like BF. You know, if or so if you want safe, it might be like something like that as well. Safe, you know, and all that crap, and I don't know, and King F as well. Yeah, type out of that, I guess. Fuck it, but I don't know. I assume it'll work that way. I don't fucking know. But there you go. Thank you very much for that. Is a free space. And amongst all that fucking sea of ease, we do get a free space courtesy of that £5 tip coming in. So yeah, there's no free space right there. We have a 5th free space in the game. So there we go. And another £3 would get us another free space as well, just to let you know. But I would say 75 likes on the stream would be 3 more free spaces on top of that, which would be monumental and help us on our way to a full house. As things stand right now, we are 6 away from a full house, I think. So yeah. Right, let's continue.
Futuristic, like Dead Space style horror, you're also really going to like this game. So definitely up there again. As you notice, I'm a horror guy. I like horror games, and that's why games like Tormented Souls 2 and Chronos, these way lesser known, more indie style games, they stood out this year, while the big boys like Silent Hill F flopped, floundered, and were not very good at all. So really, 2025 was the year of like the smaller game dominating the gaming landscape, and Chronos: The New Dawn is definitely a perfect example of that. There you go. Okay. So now we're down to the top 3, folks. And here's the truth. Any of these 3 games that we're about to talk about, any of the games that we're about to talk about could literally be Game of the Year.
Okay, I've got one for you. Oh fuck! I don't know how it's gonna work though. Can we guess? So people who haven't spoiled themselves, some of you guys will have spoiled yourselves. Okay, some of you guys will have seen the future, so you'll know what his fucking top 3 are. I was going to say, for those of us like myself who don't know what his top 3 are, can we guess what his top 3 is going to be? Well, Claire Obscure is one of them. Claire Obscure has to be up there. That's definitely in there. Claire Obscure Expedition, and also, what was that puzzle game that I fucking love so much? Shit, what was that puzzle game called? Blueprints. So Blueprints is going to be up there, as well as Claire Obscure. Those 2 are fucking guaranteed slam dunks, you know? I'm trying to guess. I'm trying to guess myself. I'm trying to see if I can guess he's right. Since I know I've not spoiled myself, you know what I mean? What's the third game? What's the third game? I'm trying to think what the third game could be. And I'm not entirely sure what it'd be. I don't know. What other games done well for him last year financially? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at his kick chat. Blueprints, Expedition 53, American Truck Simulator. Phil hated Truck Simulator. Yeah, fuck it, man. The third game escapes me. I know it does. The third game escapes me. But Blueprints and Claire Obscure are definitely in there for an absolute certainty. What about the Elden Ring DLC? Wasn't that last year? So there you go. I'm going to go for that as I guess. Elden Ring DLC, Blueprints, and Claire Obscure. Those are my 3 guesses.
All right, any of them. All 3 of the games I'm about to now reveal were all unique, best-in-class standouts. They all were from way smaller scale studios, and they all ended up being pretty long, epic playthroughs for me in 2025. All right, so let's just jump right into them, shall we? Let's go. The first game of the top 3 best games of the year for me is Blueprints.
What a surprise. I'm 1 for 1.
That's right. Blueprints, a game that I absolutely love. Unique puzzle game. It's a roguelike, okay, but it's also almost like a dungeon crawler exploration. It's full of unique puzzles. It's got so much insane amount of content. Every time that you think that you're done or you're reaching the end and you're at the final puzzle and the final leg of the story, something else happens. A new thing opens, a new thing is revealed, and now you've got to try even harder to figure out what that mystery is, what that thing is, and to solve that one. The game is wild in the amount of content that it has. Okay, the premise of the game is you enter a mansion and all the rooms are randomly generated. You have to choose between certain rooms to draft on a blueprint to go to the next room. Each room has different elements and puzzles to solve inside. And there's so many different goals to the game. I can't even tell you, honestly, what the end game goal is because I never got to it. And I played this game for over 60 plus hours and I still didn't do all the puzzles. That's how much content this game actually has. The base premise is that eventually you're going to get to a secret room at the end of the mansion, get inside, and then the credits roll. But that's literally not the end of the game. There is ridiculous amount of content past that to discover. There's a hidden conspiracy about a government and how you maybe should have been the person to actually be on the throne, but you got overthrown and now there's a different government in place and how many of your family members with all this upheaval. It's wild. It's probably one of the craziest games that I've played in a long time because when you play it, you never expect it to be as good as it is. And every single time that I played it, I got completely immersed in it. Seriously. In fact,
Everything if I can play the game, you're stuck and you had to have chat, hold your hand the entire way to get through the fucking game.
I really only have one complaint about Blueprint. All right, and it's very simple. Because of the nature of the game being RNG, meaning there's certain things that you don't control, the game will just throw random, rooms at you or whatever. There are situations where, sadly, you just can't win. You may have a run, a day in the mansion where you just can't get anything done. And it's not...
Isn't that a part of the charm of the game, though? The unpredictability of it all, you know? I would say that's a fucking good thing for a game like this. Like, RNG works for some types of games, and I think RNG works perfectly for this game. For this type of game, RNG is a good thing and not a bad thing, you dumb bastard.
Not your fault. That's just what the game decided. At the end of the game, like I said, past the credits, there's tough puzzles, and some of the puzzles are like, so you can only do something on a certain day of the week, at a certain time on the clock, if a certain criteria is met, and there's just no way to have all those things align. You have to keep trying and retrying and retrying and retrying days until it finally works, and that can be frustrating. To have a game that's not completely within your control can end up being incredibly frustrating. Shout out to Most Tasteless down there at the bottom of the screen who had done a super chat during the playthrough. See that? There you go. So anyway, I loved it. To be honest,
Wait. He's actually started to shout out super chats from the past in the hope of inspiring super chats for now. What? And it wasn't like they hadn't just done it either. It's because it's scrolling on the fucking leaderboard they had at the bottom of the fucking screen. It's like, are they still around? Is Most Tasteless still around, or did they for the fuck off? Are they gone forever? Did they get fed out of Phil? You know what I mean? Or are they fucking sent to ban world? That's a beg though. That's not a fucking beg right there.
The super chat during the playthrough. See that? There you go. Till it finally works, and that can be frustrating. To have a game that's not completely within your control can end up being incredibly frustrating. Shout out to Most Tasteless down there at the bottom of the screen who had done a super chat during the playthrough. See that? There you go. So anyway, I loved it. To be honest, I probably would have kept going if the puzzles hadn't gotten so time consuming. Like I said, there was one day I did a stream of it, and for 2 hours we were trying to complete one puzzle, and we couldn't because it's all RNG and you're trying to get the stuff to align, and you can't. So that's not entertaining for a streaming audience, Maybe if you're someone who's just playing it for yourself offline, you could do it. But for me, I'm trying to stream and entertain people. It's like people don't just want to sit around and watch me try to do the same puzzle for 3 hours and fail because the game won't align all the criteria properly, right? But this game is incredibly unique, and I'm so happy that I played it. Because again, 2025 was a year where I tried to do things a lot differently and branch out and play different games. And some of these games that I played were just so different and exposed me to entire genres. I never thought there'd be a puzzle roguelike. Didn't even know that it could exist. And now I play, I'm like, wow, something finally really unique too. And that's the thing. In a year where most games were just expansions, sequels, and things that were kind of just drawing upon previous formulas, Blueprints strove to do something completely different and succeeded. That's why I think it's a great game. Okay. All right. And so that's where I'm going to...
Dapper Dragon with a controversial take. Will they agree with Phil Burrell? I actually agree with him. The roguelike aspect kind of sucks because you can have a puzzle solved, but your luck doesn't cooperate, making you fail for something you didn't do. I think though, for the type of game that Blueprints is, but that's what I'm saying, I think it works for that. I mean, I've not played it myself, but I understand why. Isn't that the premise of a roguelike, effectively? That's just... That's one of the... I don't know, but I think it works for that. I don't know. I mean, that's part of the charm of these kind of games, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's part of what makes it fucking special.
I'm going to leave it because Kick Chat said that they're bored now. So I'm not going to continue. You're not going to learn what the top 2 games of the year are. I'm sorry.
Is that actually the huff? You guys aren't finding this entertaining? Well, fuck you guys then. I'm going to just sit here and wait for somebody to give me pity money because I'm going to pretend I'm a fucking victim.
In reality, the top 2 games of the year, I just want you to understand, I'm going to reveal them, but they're not in order. Okay? These top 3 games, actually, any one of these top 3 games could be game of the year for me. Okay? I'm going to make that clear. I'm revealing the games basically in order of playing, because Blueprints I played first. Well, you'll see what I mean. Okay, ready? Up next. You might say, why am I continuing? Well, I don't listen to Kick Chat. That's why I'm continuing. Up next, this next game, all right, is a game that honestly I didn't think was going to work. And the reason being, I have tried this genre of game in my content before, time and time again, and it almost never worked. Whenever I tried to play one of...
So it's not Elden Ring then, so it won't be Elden Ring. Hold on, wait a second. I'm going to retract my guess of Elden Ring, and instead I'm going to replace it with... I don't know. But Clear Obscure is definitely going to be up there. And so is... And also Blueprints as well is a fucking shoe-in. Silk Song? Perhaps, yeah, Silk Song could very well be it. Silk Song.
Frankly, those people who make that shit up should be sued.
Yeah, it's got to be Silk Song then. Silk Song, Blueprints, and Clear Obscure.
One of these style of games, they would flop, and the audience would say, we're incredibly bored, we don't want you to play it anymore, and I would have to move on. And that was very disappointing to me, because this is a genre that I think is actually one of the most interesting, and it has ties to retro classic vibes, and it's a genre that has outstanding content in it, and I never really got to enjoy it. Until 2025. Because when this game came out, a lot of people were hyping it and said, Phil, will you check it out? And I said, well, if you guys are going to be there for it, surprisingly enough, they were. People were here, they engaged, they supported, they had an absolute great time with this playthrough. The game that I'm talking about is Hollow Knight Silk Song. So, Hollow Knight Silk Song is the
Boom! There we fucking go. I guess the top 3. I mean, surely the last one's fucking Clear Obscure. It has to be.
follow-up to 2017's Hollow Knight. It is the direct sequel where now you play as the character Hornet, who is actually one of the antagonists.
Before we continue, Tacozola says DSP claims so often how Silk Song was always a huge success. I just feel this clip from the very first stream is irrelevant. Let's see.
Say what people want, and it's apparent from tonight. The only people who showed up tonight, there's a few people who liked the game, and thanks to those who did support it, mostly troll viewers watching to see if I'm going to hit the goal and it's going to continue. Very little support. Literally, this is the least supported stream that I have had of all the games I'm playing. Earlier today, I played Suikoden 2 and had more support. So exactly what I feared would happen happened with Silk Song. This is why I didn't have it in the schedule. You know, like, I know people just don't come out for Metroidvanias and support them. They don't. And people don't like them. So once again, this is what, like the millionth one I've tried. Like I said, the only, I tried my best. And I want to say thanks to those who were here tonight and those who watch it on demand, but it is what it is. What can I do? Right? I gave it a shot. I laid out exactly the criteria, and we all see what happens. It's in black and white. It's not disputable. People don't want Silk Song, or they would have come by and supported this stream, and they did not. No.
Glorious. Glorious. Oh, what a timely reminder. What a time. And what's Phil saying now about Silk Song? Let's hear the retcon from him, shall we?
That I'm talking about is Hollow Knight Silk Song. So, Hollow Knight Silk Song is the follow-up to 2017's Hollow Knight. It is the direct sequel where now you play as the character Hornet, who is actually one of the antagonists in Hollow Knight. The game itself is, in my opinion, the best Metroidvania-style game ever created. It has an incredibly unique design. All these different environments that have different kinds of, environmental location stuff like climates, enemy types, world design, has a ridiculous amount of gameplay elements. The more you play, the more you unlock. The more you unlock, the better and more fun the game becomes because you get more combat abilities, more maneuverability.
Wait, I missed his rant afterwards. Oh, hold on. Wait.
What people want.
No.
From tonight.
Silence, fat man. Let me just fast forward into the fucking rant. Hold on a second. How do I get the rant? Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Phil had a very angry rant afterwards as well when the game wasn't being played. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I thought it was over, but apparently there was more sodium from after that first stream of fucking Hollow Knight.
By and supported this stream, and they did not. No, Bloomkit, listen, he says Kronos missed a goal. Give Silk Song another chance. Kronos missed a goal on its first stream, then it hit a goal on its second stream. It got really close. So basically, Kronos is doing good in general. It's not hitting a goal every stream, but it's doing good. This was the test stream for the game. The test stream. And it failed the test stream. Okay? And that's terrible. That's such a terrible thing. Listen, I'm still here and no one's contributing, so what do you want me to do? I'm still here. I stayed extra late. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm tired. I can't stay here late every night. I just can't. I've been in here in this fucking office every night super late. I should be spending time with my wife. I'm tired of this shit. All right, guys, everyone please have a good night. I will see you tomorrow for Kronos, and I'll see you tomorrow for Gears of War. Have a good night.
Oh, what a salty wee bastard. Wait, is there more? There's more apparently. Hold on, wait, there's more.
Enough with if we hit 100 one more stream. We hit the goal now.
Oh my God.
Or we don't play the game again, period. There's no negotiation. There's no bullshit. Either contribute now or we don't see the game again. Too bad. This was laid out ahead of time. None of this nonsense. None of this fucking around. All right? I'm tired of it, quite frankly.
You know the best part is, this was like 4 months ago. This is not a very old clip. This is very recent.
I'm tired of people trying to mess around. Oh, yeah, well, I'll wait till the last minute and then I'll... Blah, blah. No. You should have supported, because now what's going to happen is people will complain. You have no right. There is absolutely no right whatsoever to complain that we're not playing this game again. I laid down the criteria. No one did it. What do you want me to do? All right. That's it. We're done. So tomorrow, no podcast. Chronos on the first stream. Gears on the late stream.
Good God. Yeah. And yet, despite that, despite all that angry from the bad man, it's one of his games of the year. Makes sense of that one.
Much like an old style Zelda or Metroid game, you'll see things at the beginning of the game that you just can't figure out, and then later on in the game, you'll get the means to do them, and you're like, Eureka! You'll go back and you'll be able to explore areas that you skipped, which is always super fun. Tons and tons of epic boss fights in this game. Completely unique elements of things I've never even seen before in a video game. Seriously, I mean that. Like, the game was very unique. It stood out huge for me, and I just absolutely loved it. In fact, the only complaint I have is that the game is so difficult that when you get to the end, some of the platforming and bosses require such insanely critical timing. I got a callus on my thumb playing it. I actually got a callus right here in the center of my thumb from playing this game on the Xbox Elite 2 controller. It prompted me to go out and buy a completely different controller to play other games on because I didn't want to get a callus again if I played other games. So, yeah, it was great. Absolutely super fun. I'm so happy that people convinced me to play it. I'm so happy that I gave it all the time that I did because it was an over...
If Phil has his $13.13 contribution from Vassal, Silk Song will always be amazing. Phil has finally gotten some more money. Phil is up to like $32 now. How robust.
I want to say it was like an over 50-hour playthrough. I'm not 100% sure, but I did all the content. I beat the main game, but then there's a whole third secret act if you do certain criteria, and the third act is literally like ties it to the first game and gives it so much more gameplay and so many awesome boss fights and elements that you would have skipped out if you didn't play the third act. I'm so ultimately happy that I played this game and gave it the time that I did. It was an absolutely great romp. And now, for those who don't know, I'm actually playing Hollow Knight 1 right now. We're going to continue that playthrough starting on Saturday, and it's going to be a main game in my rotation that I'm going to be playing, and I'm very excited for the future of that playthrough. You know?
As long as people fucking come along and contribute, am I right? If it's only fucking $90 odd, you're gonna fucking say, fuck this game, you guys don't get, you know, you pay up now, or you don't get the game.
It's gonna be a great one. So, thanks to those who suggested it, championed it, kept convincing me to play it, and thanks to those who were there during the playthrough to engage and support with it to make it viable. And now, hopefully, we'll do the same thing with the original game in 2026, which will be absolutely amazing, right? Sweet. Okay. So, there's one more game in the countdown, and the thing is, everyone already knows what it is and knew that I was going to have this, so it's kind of just an arbitrary thing to go over and tell you what it is, but now I actually have to tell you what my game of the year is, because all I'm doing is I'm counting through the top 3, but I haven't told you the order yet, right? Vassild just did a $13.13 super chat and says, Silk Song will always be amazing. I agree. That was such a great game and such an awesome playthrough, and I enjoyed it so much. I mean, name another super difficult game like that I would tough through all the hardest parts of the game and play through them, besides maybe like a FromSoft game, you know what I mean? But that game was worth every minute that I dedicated to it. It really was. Like, again, the attention to detail, the crazy complexity of the game and how much there was to it. It just kept going and going, and you're like, damn, it's still continuing. This Act 3 is insane. Act 3 of that game was absolutely wild.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, number 1, and we all knew that this game was going to be on the list, so I don't think that anyone's going to freak out. Let's just jump into it, and I'll start to explain. Number 1 in the list, not to say this is the best game of the year, but it's just number 1 in my countdown, just for arbitrary order here, is, of course, Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Now, everyone knew that this game was going to be on the list. No one, I think, is going to say, oh, I'm so shocked that Expedition 33 is on the list, right? So, what does Expedition 33 do well? Well, let's see. The graphics, the world design, the characters and their unique stories, the voice acting, the gameplay elements, the music and soundtrack. Hold on. I'm not done. The advancement of combat in turn-based RPGs, the incredible amount of content in the game, and its awesome Act 3, which literally doubles the length of the game. It's just, hands down, it's one of the best RPGs ever made. Arguably the best RPG that I've played in about 10 years. No lie. I like the fact that it is traditional turn-based, but adds action elements with the parrying and dodging that allow it to be more attention demanding, as opposed to previous turn-based games where it's like you could just like let it sit there and you don't have to pay attention. In this game, you have to be always actively parrying and doing things, right? And you know, it advanced upon a formula that already was popular, which is the turn-based combat with the timed button inputs, such as like Super Mario RPG and a few others that have done it well. But it has unique elements too, things like how each character plays completely differently. You know, in some RPGs, characters are just empty blank palettes, and then all you do is you build on them with abilities over the course of the game. In this case, every character in Clear Obscure plays completely differently from the ground up. None of them are even similar. You know, they're building upon each other's builds, and those builds can advance over the course of the game. That's another cool thing, is that at the beginning of the game, you may play a character one way, but by the end of the game, you might completely unlock new abilities in their build, and now you want to play them a different way. For example, there's a fencer named Mael.
I love, like, just reading the second chat right now. Something called Beyblades. This probably should have been a level 1 podcast. And I get responded by another member. Do you really think it matters? It's all the same, dude. This is like, how is this not just a fucking podcast, for fuck's sake, Phil? remember, the morning show is a morning show because it's not scripted. With that in mind, here's Phil's top 8 games, which you have to fucking think out and plan out and make sure there's clips for. No, but this is the morning show is special from the podcast. The podcast is scripted. The morning show is not. With that in mind, here's a scripted content from the morning show.
Starts off at the beginning of the game just using standard attacks. Then all of a sudden she gets this build that uses fire. So she wants to get burn stacking on the enemy for damage over time. But then by the end of the game, she has a way to go into these really unique stances that deal like double and triple damage, but it makes her weaker physically, but she deals more damage. So it's kind of a trade-off. And so it gets better and better. The further into the game you go, the more abilities you unlock, the more unique the game is. I really love it. Now, also the thing is, at the end of the game, once you've beaten the story, there's still another 20 to 30 hours to go. There's all this content for people who really love the game to sink their teeth into. So you could just play it at face value, and much like Silksong, you can just finish the first 2 acts and never play the 3rd act that has all the back-end content and still get the full story and enjoy it. But if you further play, you're going to get even more enjoyment out of the game for a base value. You don't have to pay any extra money for it. It's just in there. So did you notice something that I just mentioned about the last 3 games that I all feel are Game of the Year contender? Every single one of them had a base game that you could beat in around 20 to 30 hours, and the credits roll. But then there's post-game content for those who were super fans of the games to really sink their teeth into for no additional charge. The top 3 games of 2025 all were actually giving maximum value to the people who bought them. They didn't nickel and dime you with DLCs. They didn't make you wait for more content, pay for more content. You just got it because you already bought the game and you were a fan. That is truly the spirit of a good game that's designed by a group of game developers that care about what they're doing, as opposed to a game that comes out and immediately within a month to a few months, there's the next season, drop more money into skins, into seasonal content, into unlocks. Those are games manufactured to make profits, okay? These games, the top 3 of the year, are games that were designed...
No, but you say that as you fucking desperately fucking try and get your audience to fucking keep giving you money to play Street Fighter. If you're so against this fucking practice, then why are you begging your audience to fucking keep supporting your Street Fighter streams?
Unlocks. Those are games manufactured to make profits, okay? These games, the top 3 of the year, are games that were designed to be works of art. Games that were designed to knock you on your butt and make your jaw drop and say, wow, best in class. Because in reality, the top 3 games of the year that I just described were best in class. Let's actually examine that statement, okay? Blueprints, an insanely unique roguelike puzzle game that the likes of which we probably won't see again for a long time. Strive to do something completely different in the puzzle space and the roguelike space. Insane amounts of content, great story, continuously unlocking new elements to it, and bang for your buck. You know, the game is cheap, yet over 60 hours of content, and I still hadn't beaten the game. Okay, absolute best in class. Silksong, best in class Metroidvania. The best world design, the best gameplay elements in combat, the most unlockables, the most locations, the most amount of hours of gameplay, a whole extra 3rd act after you beat that 2nd act, which is the main story. Best in class. Clair Obscur, for all the reasons I just described, best in class. So the top 3 games of the year are all from indie studios. The top 3 games of the year all are best in class and all had content for those who wanted to sink more time into them, but were also digestible experiences for those who just wanted to play for like 20, 30 hours. They all did exactly the same thing well. So the question is, how do you pick a game of the year when you have 3 games that in their respective genres all actually did exactly the same thing? They all did the best gameplay, the best graphics, the best content, the best fan service, everything hitting it on all cylinders. How is it possible for you to pick the best game? Well, I'll pose another question. How is it possible that we had a year where literally no AAA games were good enough to actually make it here? You notice that? Did you notice that every single game that I just mentioned wasn't AAA besides Pokemon? If anything, what 2025 should stand as an example of is that in the years when the big boys flounder or lose their way, they lose their artistic integrity and they're just about the money rather than the value or actually entertaining you, other people are going to pick up the slack. We don't have to worry that gaming is going to go out of business and not be prominent anymore because people with talent do still exist and do care about what they're doing. It's just that they're not working for the big companies, all right? This year, 2026, is probably going to be another unique year where, yes, I think we will see some good AAA games. For example, we got Resident Evil coming out next month. That looked really good. We may have GTA 6 by the end of the year. That obviously probably will outshine a lot. But for the most part, I almost feel like, again, the best games that we're going to find are going to be from the smaller guys who are putting in the effort and the artistic integrity into what they're doing, and they care about your time and mine. Not only do they care about your dollar and my dollar, but they care about us as gamers and people. They're trying to give us unique experiences and say your time is valuable, so we want to have it so that if you want to play this game quickly and get a good time out of it, you can, but if you want to sink 60 hours into it, you also can and get just as good, if not a better experience. All right? So what's the best game of the year, 2025? There is none. All 3 games, Blueprints, Silksong, and Clair Obscur, are best in class.
I knew he was going to fucking do this. I fucking knew. He couldn't decide so that all fucking win because he's too fucking lazy and too much of a fucking coward to commit to an answer.
You don't pick when you have 3 best-in-class games. You just give them all their flowers. They're all that good. I wouldn't say that you should miss any of those games. You should play every single one of them if you're a true gamer, and none of them is better than the other. They're all better than everything else in their respective genres, and they should all be respected as the best games of the year because they are. It's that simple. Okay, so that's it. There is no game of the year because all 3 of those games are game of the year in their respective genres. So if you like puzzle games, then Blueprints is game of the year. If you like more retro-style Metroidvania games, then Silksong is your game of the year. And if you like turn-based RPGs, then definitely Expedition 33 is your game of the year. You also have the ability to say, well, I don't really like any of those genres, in which case you probably found another game that was also, maybe Arc Raiders is your game of the year. And that's okay too, because the 2025 was a year, there is no definitive winner because all the games that were good were actually doing exactly the same thing, just in different genres. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, so what do you guys think? Did you have a good time?
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
I hope you enjoyed the countdown. I hope people will watch it. But, you know, I don't really think it's going to get that much attention or many views on it. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm glad we got it out of the way. And now we can just move on and people can stop talking about 2025. I'm excited about 2026. You know, I don't want to dwell on 2025 much longer. I just want to, you know, look to
That's concerning.
the future for good stuff, right? You love to listen to the commentary. I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Okay. 3 winners is better than 1? Absolutely. Now, you see, what I could do is I could just look at the games and be like, what was the longest running playthrough that made me the most money? And that answer would be American Truck Simulator. That playthrough lasted from, what was it, March, April?
Yeah, I love how he knows the answer automatically by the top of his head. Like, he seems to fucking... So he looked up then. This is what he's saying. He's actually saying that he looked this metric up himself and he had the answer to hand immediately.
All the way through till December. And almost every single week that I played it, I was hitting the goal, per se. And then finally, when I got rid of the goals, I said, I don't want to do goals anymore. All of a sudden, support dries up, and I'm like, I'm freed. I felt like my chains had been broken, and I could stop playing it, because quite frankly, Truck Sim is good for a bit, but man, it got boring. It got boring playing that every week, because it was, I would much rather just sit here and talk with you guys and do a chill with Phil stream than drive and talk.
Ah, here we go. Has Kyle got it right?
Kyle Denson tipped £1.
Here we go.
To thy king ITH, would you like to know how to spell thy name? Kylee. Just kidding, I will spare you.
I think so. You done ITH again. The dash was right, but I think you should do it instead of ITH, do IF, as in the word if. It was a good go. It was a fair go, you know. It was a valiant effort, you know what I mean? Oh, hell. So, yeah. To thy kingeth. To thy king ITH. Oh, hell. And you trust you if I can do the E's as well. Hold on. And hold on. To clarify, if people want to try and copy, oh for God's sake, why am I telling people this? Fuck. The way Sonny does his E's are like this. I'll type it in the chat as an example. He'll type a whole bunch in a row, and then he'll do a comma, and then he'll type a bunch more and do another comma, and sometimes a bit longer and sometimes a bit shorter. So that's how you get the multiple E's that Sonny does, you know. But aye, if you're trying to say like king if, then you've got to kind of do it as like king dash if. Like, you know, I just typed in chat there you go. I mean, I feel compelled to explain it, even if it fucking is an annoying sound to hear, if that makes sense. I don't want to just fucking say, fuck you, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, you know. I feel mean, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Just, I'm not a dick. Well, sometimes I'm not a dick. But there you go. But thank you for the tip, very kind indeed. I think, another... two more pounds, by the way. Another £2 because there's another free space and tips. Just saying.
It got boring playing that every week because it was, I would much rather just sit here and talk with you guys and do a chill with Phil stream than drive and talk. But people just were so into the, oh, it's ongoing, keep it going. You know, so I'm just happy that we finally said, forget it, enough of this. Let's just move on and do other stuff. And for the record, we found many more things that are great to do that we didn't need Truck Sim in the schedule anymore. I actually felt like it was taking a stream away from us every week that we could have been doing more meaningful stuff. You know, now we're exploring different indie games, right? We're trying new genres, we're doing new things. We brought back Lego builds and everything. It's been great. I'm very happy that we did that, so. Okay. The Level 1 podcast still goes on, Casanova. It's just every few days. We don't do it every day. Okay. Cam Sam did a $2 super chat and said, just about the money rather than entertaining. What are you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about. So what I mean, like that's why I didn't want to keep doing truck sim, because it felt like it was just about the money and it wasn't very entertaining for me or the audience. But people kept.
You could have stopped doing it at any fucking time. You're not beholden to fucking keep playing the game. You literally fucking kept doing it because of money. But Phil, you're basically admitting here that you went against every single principle that you claim to fucking hold because you valued money over your audience's own entertainment and your own entertainment. This is going against every single principle you claim to fucking hold. You're admitting you agreed to everyone and you're not even fucking aware of it.
Coming back and paying for it, and it was confusing. Like, people keep saying, let's do stuff that's entertaining, let's do different things, let's break the mold. Okay, let's do that. Oh, but we want truck sim every week too. Why? What was so unique about that game? I mean, the graphics weren't even that good. I thought it was a fun gimmick for earlier in the year because I was using my wheel accessory and the pedals and everything that I bought, and it made use of a different kind of a genre, right? But after I'd say 2-3 months, I was already bored. But people kept coming back and throwing money at the streams, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stop doing it then. But it was just bizarre.
Money! So you ignored. So people kept giving you money, and so you went against the wishes of your everyone. Like what? Exactly.
Ghost of Derrich tipped £1.
Oh God.
Thy mini meat pack is thy stiff if, but if I act thy life will end at the guillotine.
Jesus!
Congratulations on finally getting text-to-speech correct to a kill. Well done. Now, get out of here, Derek. Thank you very much, Shaw. Here is Phil, flat out admitting to everyone, well, yeah, I know everyone hated this game, and I hated the game as well. Oh, God. Well, we're going to our free space.
Let's test this tip. £2.20.
Thank you, good number.
Vroom, vroom,
Oh, God.
vroom, 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 vroom.
Hold on.
Vroom.
I've got an animation for this. I've got an animation for this.
Vroom, vroom, squeak, squeak, vroom, 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 our free space.
There we go.
Vroom, vroom, squeak, squeak, vroom, 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 our free space. Vroom, vroom, squeak, squeak, vroom, 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 our free space. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep, squeak, squeak,
Oh, there we go.
our free space.
There we go. Well, I thought I didn't. Well, there you go. Thank you for the rooms. Very, very bizarre amount of rooms because it's been sent this way. But there you go. Jesus, man, that's so confusing. Vroom, 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 vroom. That's a lot of rooms. Followed back up with beep beeps because he finally got stuck in traffic, I guess. But there we go. Thank you very much for the tip and the vrooms. I'm not sure. Whoever sent that tip, I'm not sure if you achieved what you wanted to achieve from that situation. I certainly hope you got what you wanted from that. And if not, then I don't know what you're looking for. You know, not much of room in there. Tush. There you go. That's a good one.
I was already bored, but people kept coming back.
But let me remind this. Let me remind this, okay? So Phil is admitted here that he went against his ethics, his policies, his fucking morals. He didn't want to play the game. But money meant he went against all his fucking standards.
Graphics weren't even that good. I thought it was a fun gimmick for earlier in the year because I was using my wheel accessory and the pedals and everything that I bought, and it made use of a different kind of a genre, right? But after I'd say 2-3 months, I was already bored. But people kept coming back and throwing money at the streams, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stop doing it then. But it was just bizarre to me that it lasted as long as it did. I just, you know, I much rather would have done anything else. But I wasn't gonna stop doing it. And by the way, I did stop doing it. For those who don't remember, I actually did stop doing it, and people complained. I said, no, bring it back. We demand you bring it back. So I did for another few months, and then I retired. So I'm actually happy that we did retire. Okay. All right, so good stuff. I hope that you guys enjoyed the countdown. What I'll do is, I think we should basically end the show. And then what I'm going to do, because I'm going to go on a break soon, but I want to see what's going on. My wife and I had something quick that we need to do during the break today. I want to be sure if she's ready or not, because if not, then I'll start with the Lego build, and we can do that for a while and then go on a break later. Or if she's ready to go on break now, we can take the break now, and then I'll have the entire Lego build all in one sitting. We'll just do it for like 3+ hours, okay? Sounds good? All right, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's DSP morning show, and I hope that you enjoyed the Game of the Year countdown. Now it's done finally, and we can just move on. For the record, I'm not going to do the whole idea of the best DSP tries-its of the year. We're already a whole month into 2026. I like to focus on the future and the new stuff we're doing, not the past. And so thanks to those who were patient. Now the disappointing countdown and the Game of the Year is done, and now we can move on positively to the new content, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like that video, by all means, like the video, leave comments, engage with it. Let me know if you agreed, if you disagreed. Did you really like what I just did? Did you hate it? I want to know. I want feedback, all right? Do you think that 2026 is going to be a similar year where it looks like all the best games are not going to be from the big boys? Because it's just seeming that that's going to be the pattern moving forward. Maybe we'll still have some good ones from AAA. Like I said, Resident Evil looks good, but for the most part, I think it's more the smaller guys that we're looking at now for the best games and the best value and the most entertainment that we get out of gaming these days, you know? All right, guys. Thanks for watching the DSP Morning.
What was that, sorry? What was that, sorry?
Where it looks like all the best games are not going to be from the big boys, because it's just seeming that that's going to be the pattern moving forward. Maybe we'll still have some good ones from AAA. Like I said, Resident Evil looks good, but for the most part, I think it's more the smaller guys that we're looking at now for the best games and the best value and the most entertainment that we get out of gaming these days, you know?
Eyeballs.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the DSP Morning Show.
So he never said new games. I think we're one away. Hold on, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're one away from a full house. I thought I said new games, but I didn't say it there. I think she's to go. We've almost won, but one to go here. We're very close.
We'll return next week on Sunday, I believe, Sunday morning. All right, we are going to have a podcast on Saturday, Level 1 podcast. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you then. Okay, I stopped recording, so that's going to be the end of the morning show. If you guys could allow me to just check, see what's going on with my wife, and like I said, I'm either going to go on break now or we'll hold off. We'll do Legos for an hour, then we'll go on a break. But let me just see what's going on with her, and I'll let you know. Give me a sec.
Apparently, Phil demonstrates his saggy arse here. Yeah. Captain Saggy Arse, indeed. I love how the song playing right now in the background for me is just my ass so fucking stretched. Captain Baggy Pants. Look at that shit, man. Adult diaper is confirmed. That's just nasty. That shit nasty. And the stream has gotten a lot better since Phil has fucked off from being in his chair. Anyway, assuming he fucks off for a wee while, he comes back eventually. Let's see, he comes back about here, it looks like. Wait, why did this chair move? The chair wasn't there before. So he fucks off there, and the chair's there. And then the chair... What happens to the chair? Oh, it came back. It came back, I see.
Of course, I catch my wife when she's brushing her teeth in the bathroom, so I'm waiting.
We don't care! How the hell is that important? Oh, should I just stand here and wait for you to finish brushing your teeth? I'm gonna go back and tell my chat you're brushing your fucking teeth, honey. That way they'll fucking definitely believe you're still here.
A minute here, then I'm gonna give you guys the answer. I was playing with Jasper Kitty on the bed. He's very playful mood today. I'll be right back.
Oh, for the love of Christ. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Fast forward some more. Oh, he's back here. Here we go. We're fucking back here. Raphael.
Okay, so stick around. Please, hang out. I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for the early contributions. I appreciate that. Hopefully we can keep some momentum going. Please don't leave. But I am going to go on the break now, get out of the way. It makes more sense to just do it now than start the build, pause, and then come back. That way we can just keep going. Okay? Yeah, there's going to be 3 hours of Lego building. We're going to try to get as far as we can. Here it is. We built this base last time. Oh, hi, Jasper. Jasper came in. We built this base last time. That's the Yoshi legs. And this thing's tall. This thing's going to be like this tall, no lie. So it's going to be huge in my background for February. We're not going to finish it today, but we're going to get pretty far. And we're going to do it again on Saturday night and finish it then, so it can be part of my background. Okay? Oh, yeah, the internet is choppy again. I don't know what's going on. That's the 3rd time the internet chopped up. I don't know what's causing that. So you're going to see some choppiness. But I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll let you guys listen to some of the music. Do you want the music or do you want highlight clips? We could do either. Would you guys prefer highlight clips? Let me get some highlights going.
Who fucking cares?
I'm just very confused why Kat waited until almost 1 PM in the afternoon to brush her teeth. Were they not awake in the morning? Usually that's like a morning routine for most human beings. Were they sleeping all this time, Phil? Did they just have a very long lie?
We are done. Tipped £5.
Oh Jesus!
NOEs needed.
no E's needed. NO, because NO is capitalised, it featured it as NO. Thank you very much for the tip, the £5 tip, which is another free space, and we're free. We're free from the bad man. We're free from him.
Burger.
We have won 2 full houses.
Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
Christ alive, man. We actually won 2 fill, which is fucking mentally. But that second card done very well, I must say, you know, as well. I was quite surprised how well that second card done. But despite Phil not having a whole lot to fucking do with it there. But that's a point. Cat might have brushed her teeth after having something to eat. That's a very good point as well. So yeah, Phil then goes on his break for a while. Then should we see how live DSP's doing? This is live DSP right now. Let's go full screen here. He's got his specs on everything here. He's in the full.
Like that, and it dangles.
Full geek
Okay,
mode.
now they want me to have it go up.
$47
to here.
$47.
But that's weird because that's not flush.
Uh-oh.
But that's what they want. Okay.
It's not flush though, Phil.
It still works. Okay, this is interesting. All these things are attaching at ball joints and stuff. I've never seen anything like this before, but okay.
Joints are his balls. His balls have a fucking joint.
All right, let's see.
People were saying that they were really surprised that Phil didn't, you know, try and dunk on RTU for RTU had a fucking Lego stream recently, and they actually rage quit the Lego stream because they fucked up 1 point, and they said fuck this shit. So, but apparently Phil never bothered to dunk on RTU when he had a perfect opportunity to do so. So, make of that what you will.
So small, I can barely see it. I know what it is. It's this tiny gray thing right there. I can barely see it. Holy moly, it's so small.
You blind old bastard.
Okay.
Old bastard!
Why do I not have a driver's license? I do have a driver's license.
What a question.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're driving around to fucking boredom, that's for damn sure. Anyway, I'm going to put Phil on pause for now. Oh, not pause, but I'm going to put him on mute for now, okay? Because we have, we've got some marbles to enjoy, okay? We have 2 separate marble races for us to enjoy, okay? So, I am going to quickly check the community post to see if there's any brand new marbles to add. If there's not, then I will open up marble straight away. Give me a wee second here just to check my latest comments to see if there are any new community posts or not. So here we go. 2 seconds here. Just checking my comments. There is actually a new community post here. So yes, I will have take a bit of time to add that community post to the list of shit. So anyway, so I'm gonna get set up. I'm gonna get the marble set up. That auto's going mental. Fuck me. That one I done some fucking somersaults. These otters are having a grand old time in the Vancouver Aquarium, but I'm going to go from these otters that are alive right now, and in the meantime, while I'm setting up the marbles and getting the new marbles added, I'm going to show you some more wilder Scottish otters, otherwise known as scotters. We will be right back.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day. You're bagging. I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
Bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one. Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana.
Sorry, Caskin, did we win? We won twice. We won once. We said we were going to fucking win again, and we fucking won a second fucking time. 2 times, baby.
completely soaked the sandwich in sauce. Yo! Meerkat Mall. Yo! Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger. That's robust. Safe to swallow. Juicy, tangy, moist. Cheeseburger. Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy zip. Whirl. Moist. Burger. Yummy. And robust. Yo! I have gout. Gout is a disease that makes my acid levels much higher than most people's. And so if I eat certain foods, my acid level elevates, skyrockets, and then I get all giant swelling and incredible pain in my joints. So I'm gonna eat this burger live with you today and share what I think about it. I'm sure people are gonna be asking me questions about it. Yo! Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level, timed release of flavors. Burger. That's robust. Juicy, tangy, moist burger. Getting all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy, whirl, moist burger. Yo! Gow, 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 gow. Cheeseburger. My hand is completely covered in sauce.
Alright, yeah, a bunch of dafties, we are back here and we're ready to fucking start playing some robust marbles here. We're going to have 2 separate marble races here. Dark Cross saying you lost access to Discord for some reason. Message me on Discord if you can. I will drag your sorry arse back in. Yeah, I'll fucking force you. If you message me in Discord, I'll fucking just drag your sorry ass back in. But yeah, just do your best to do that and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, anyway, bingo. Time for bingo. Time for marbles actually, so let's set it random here. The first course we have is called Fire Aggressive Zoo. Oh, this is a fucking long one. It was made by Lexi Bexy. It has a 7% elimination rate. And it has a 6 minutes, roughly average finish time of 6 minutes. Fuck me. We have 96 marbles today. Sonic is asking, how's the Scottish soundboard today, Jad? Do you have access to that? You no longer have your Scottish soundboard pass. That should expire for you, unfortunately for you. But because I'm a nice person though.
Get fucking screwed!
Oh, there you go, Monkey said it for me. There you go. Oh yeah, that's a Scottish soundboard today, there you go, good stuff. Anyway, this is the course we have for our first marble race for today. We need Fire Aggressive Zoo. This one lasts 6 minutes. Bit of a longer one than usual, but let's fucking see how it does. 96 marbles, the most recent marble encoded was Avalanche. Avalanche's got there's the most recent marble here, so we're almost at 100 marbles altogether here. But the Avalanche is the newest marble addition on here. Let's see if we can fucking find them. Where are you, you bastard? Fucking put your hand up. Wait, marbles don't have hands. And then a blowing bubble, and of course that thing got broken because of a wee question mark. Where's Avalanche? I will find you. And I will just highlight the fact you're there. I just want to make sure this fucking worked, okay. There's so many names. Can anyone see an Avalanche? Fuck me. I'm gonna be here somewhere. I don't know if I can go fucking behind here instead and see if I can fucking see this way. For fuck's sake, there's so many names, they all blend in together. Fuck me. I've probably gone past it several fucking times and I just fucking I'm oblivious. So many marbles. So many marbles. I assume you're there somewhere. Fuck it, I don't care. Fuck me. You should definitely be there. You know. I assume other people have seen you if I haven't seen you. I'm fucking Navy Vet Flesh there, Rants Mammoth there, Tackles there, there's Mookie there, Sonny, there's Peacock, Bacon, Agent 001, Soul, there's Pixar, Did It End, Baron, Slikes, Kel Ditson's there, there's Naltaronin, there's Beans for you, Mixie, Damien. There he is there, found you, bastard. There you go, your fucking marbles right fucking there. I just want to make sure. There we go. Right, let's have a look at it. Jesus. What the fuck are we looking at here? What is this word? Teuf? T-E-U-F-E. Teufel. And the course, so we have a big massive word spelled out with a big parts at the end, and we have a long marauding course here where it involves going down these tubes along this and then over here and round in a circle in a big massive elevator, and then what the fuck are these? This is a lengthy one. Fuck me. Okay, fuck it. Let's just start. Let's just start. It's the average finish time is 6 minutes, so this will take a wee while. This is Lexi Bexy's Fire Aggressive Zoo. Now the good news is there's only a 7% elimination rate. You know? So most marbles will hopefully survive. Larry's marble is down there first here. But are going to be the first one out here? Who's going to be the first one out? Larry is indeed the first one out. Dapper Dragon and Josh Fraser not far behind here as they go up the elevator here. Larry's out first here as well, but David Riley is trying to overtake and catch up. Larry is blocking him so far, using their big fat ass to stop them from overtaking. But Twilight Media Corp has actually overtaken. Twilight is now in the lead. Oops, I don't know if I can follow them. I follow so here. Twilight Media Corp is going here. Are these lasers? Are these going to kill people? They don't kill people. Okay, there you go. Larry is back in the lead. When did that happen? Apparently the Ben Fear goalkeeper scored a headed goal against Real Madrid. That's exciting stuff indeed. I assume it was like they were losing at the time or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's always exciting when a goalkeeper scores like a last minute fucking equaliser or winner or something. I mean, that shit's always kind of mad. So what are you doing up there? You fucking lost. Larry has lost the lead to David Riley, although they have kind of gained it back technically. And Twilight as well has got in there as well. Bear Claw's down! Bear Claw's gone off the map entirely. David Riley, Larry and Media Corp are currently all in the same position. Bear Claw's still falling. They're falling a long way. And they finally died. Oh, a whole bunch of marbles have caught up here. We have, who's all here? Red Joshi is here. Native Mamba is there as well. And who else is fucking there? David Riley is in the lead. Twilight's second. Mercer and Ludwig are gone. Fallen for a long time. But David Riley's marble is in the lead right now, but it's still a long way to go as we prepare ourselves to go through a couple of portals here. Where will these portals take us, I wonder? They drop us down here. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Is David still winning? I think they're still winning. I'm not sure where we are. Yes, I think David Riley is still winning. As we follow their marble. To go more and more. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. So I'm just kind of... David Riley has got a decent little lead here. Lady of Ravens is now in second place. Twilight Media Corp is in third place, but David Riley is now going over these... Cooper. I don't know what to call these things. These things are fucking weird. It's like spinning cogs, but a scoopy cogs. It's kind of strange. But David Riley is still in the lead here. Can they hold on to the lead? Can they maintain the lead? Or will they find a way to be slowed down by this very lengthy course here? This is looking good for them. They're going straight ahead and they got fired forward. They got bumped in the air a little bit here, but still momentum is on their side. Aussie's game room is still all the way back there. I think Aussie's game room stuck all the way back there. I was looking like who's behind David. Is Aussie behind David? No, Aussie's stuck at the start, I think. Unlucky Aussie. I have a feeling that Aussie's not going to win this particular race. But here we go. David Riley is now in here. This is where things could take a while. Yeah, they have not dropped down that. Oh, that's actually a good. That is a good transition. Teresa Young, though, is right there. But they are the most recent marble winner and they're trying to overtake. Teresa Young has come out of nowhere. But the marble was bashed in the tunnel there by David Riley. So Teresa Young got slowed down. David Riley doing an absolute best to hold on to the lead here. Teresa Young wants to win 2 marbles in a row and win another prize as well as a Scottish soundboard pass. The end is in sight. It's still a good bit away, but you can see it over in the distance there. As David Riley climbs up again here. Teresa Young in hot pursuit. Can David Riley be slowed down? Is there anything on this course which is going to prevent David Riley from losing their lead? They have held this lead for the longest time. Teresa Young is very close behind though. The finish line is getting closer and closer. But David Riley is showing no signs. They're showing no signs of losing lead here as long as if I can maintain the course here. We're down to almost the last couple of loops and turns here. This is looking like, and so the only way David's going to lose this one is if their marble doesn't drop into a hole in time. As you can see here, there's some holes you need to drop down into, and there's no guarantee you're going to fucking fall into one. You might fucking take a while, but no, David Riley got their hole very quickly. Teresa Young finishing second place. I want to see what's happening over here. Can I get to Aussie in time? Aussie's game room is all the way over here, somehow stuck. I want to try and make it to Aussie in time, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time. I'm flying as fast as I can. They died. The course killed them. Never mind. Let's go back to the fucking... balls. Unlucky Aussie. Oh, poor Aussie. So the top 10 is David Riley, Teresa Young, Tulip, Nathan Mamber, Lady of Ravens, Twilight Leader, Court Dips, Captain Murphy, Wild Bill, and Mexi. Those are your top 10 winning marbles right now. As you can see, a whole bunch of our marbles on. And there's me, there's Pixar, there's Mookie, there's even Sunny as well, there's Dio. There we go. The Gang of Wolves just finished as well. The last few marbles are trying to get to the end here as the course is going to burn up everyone here. Can Slinks get to the end in time? Big and Pancakes probably will, I imagine. Slinks is going to finish, I think. They're not going to anything. Nah, the Slinks is fucked. There you go. But David Riley has won that particular marble race. Congratulations to David Riley. They are going to get to have a spin of the bingo Baddies Wheel of Prizes. But of course, before we do that, we must have another race, because we have had 2 full houses today, so we have 2 marble races to enjoy. The second marble race is called Aggressive Rainbow Arena, made by Admiral Kratos. It has a 37% elimination rate and has an average finish time of just under 3 minutes. Let's fucking see who wins the second marble race. Let's have a quick look, of course, the first. Here's the rainbow. They weren't fucking kidding with the fucking rainbow shit, were they? The rest does have a higher elimination rate, so this course is technically more deadly, even though it looks a lot prettier. So you fall down here, and is this explosive barrels, or is it just like, I think these are explosive barrels. Yeah, the kind of, the skull and crossbones motif, kind of, makes me think, yes, these are explosive barrels as well as a deadly fucking laser. So, yeah, lovely looking course, but a whole lot of explosions, and there's random blocks and cubes in the way, and there's cubes in the way here as well randomly, and then you go here, and this has potential. This has a lot of potential to be a back and forth race. This is the end. Before you get to the end, you got to get through all this shit. So being in first place is not necessarily a good thing. Because just because you're in first place doesn't mean you're going to fucking end first. You'll be the first one there at the end, getting stalked by those blocks. Pico Gaming has technically got the advantage over every single other marble. Their marble is first. They have their own little section. Lady of Ravens and me, I'm there. Look at me, Ree. Cell Shader, Navy Vet for Life. Who else is fucking there? Windows 96 to Dom and Ryax are in that other section there. But Pico Gaming, in a little section all by themselves here, about to drop down into what can only be described as fucking boom territory. Well, let's see what happens. Down you go. Jesus. Pico's dead. Lady of Ravens is dead. Marbles are getting blown up to hit. Being first is bad. Oh my god. David Verfly's gone, Barra's gone, there's so much death and destruction. Windows 96 is winning. Dom and me are second and third. Daiju Dan's gone, Pixar's gone, Daniel Cannon is gone. So much death and destruction back there, just because people were first there. Some people were getting nuked with a fucking laser, and some people got blown the fuck out of there. And let's just skip down here to the bottom. Broside Phil's gone, the Big Beefy Bastard's gone, Mammon and Lazy Crabs are both gone as well. We've lost quite a few marbles here as the marbles are dropping down here. Narc kill 420 came out of nowhere. But yeah, you can see here for yourself, some marbles are struggling to fucking break through here. Red Yoshi has broken through, but they're getting stopped as well. quite a lot of obstacles in the way. What the fuck happened to Narkill? They got fucking barred. They fucking flew towards the camera. It was a jump scare. My marble is winning. Oh, Windows 96 is well, they're flying towards the future and now they're gone. No, follow me. So I am fix. No wait, this is bad. Even if I fucking finish first. No way, I'm not gonna finish first though. I don't want to be the first one there. If I'm the first one there, I'm gonna get stopped and stuck behind these bastard. So yeah. I'm not lying when I say any one of these marbles right here could win. Even though my marble was technically first. There's a whole bunch of blocks in the way. So now what happens? I am no longer first. Slinks is trying to get there. Sonny's trying to get there. I'm trying to get there again. Who's going to get through first here? Rance Muhammad gets through first, but they're not fallen through yet. They have now. Rance Muhammad finishes in first place. Emeroid was second. Putty was third. Sticky Man was fourth. David Riley was fifth. Dashy was sixth. Gru was seventh. Native Bamba was eighth. Sonic was ninth. And I was 10th. Yeah, I knew that end was going to be a bit chaotic there, but there fucking go. So we have our second winner today. Bugger me, man. Oh, that was a bit fucking chaotic. Dio, you want to finish at some point, pal? Dio just taking a secret before they got here. And they get to drop down now eventually, I imagine, and that'll be them. So there we go. Rance Muhammad's, their marble though was victorious. Well done to them. Oof, bloody hell, that was a hectic one. But there's your top 10 right there. Quite a few marbles perished. 57 finished. The rest all died. So almost half was fucked. Christ, man, that was a fucking hectic one for sure. But it was very pretty because it was all rainbow. So, well done, Rance. You won that marble race. So, who won the first one again? The first one was it David Riley that won the first one? I think it was David Riley that won the first one, wasn't it? It was, yeah, it was cool. So, the first spin of this Bingo Baddies Wheel of Prizes is for David Riley. What will David Riley land on? David Riley is going to win themselves a Scottish Soundboard pass. David Riley for a whole week can basically request me to press the Scottish Soundboard button, and I'll have no choice but to press it for them.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
There we go, as an example of the Scottish Soundboard button being pressed right there. Excellent stuff indeed, well done to David Riley for winning that robust prize. Let me see if I can actually add it to the list here. David Riley. Scottish Soundboard pass. And they'll be able to use that for a whole week, effectively. So, hold on a second here, hold on, just a think here. Well, I mean, I think so. I say use it for a whole week, but that would mean they miss tomorrow and Friday because there's no bingo. Because there's no film. You know, I'm going to say that David Riley can use this prize up until Friday the 6th. I think that's fair. They can use this up until Friday the 6th of February. I think that's very fair. There we go. So now we spin the wheel for Rance Muhammad. What do they win? Rance is going to win. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You bastard. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Balls. Rance Muhammad certified the odds and won one of the special prizes where they've won a $10 console voucher of their choice. Well, no, I say console voucher. That is a very ambiguous term. If they want a Steam $10 voucher, they can get it. If they want an Xbox one, they can get it. If they want a fucking PlayStation one, they can get it. It's entirely up to them. But they've won a $10 like voucher thing or whatever, for whatever platform of their choice, effectively. So there we go. Well done, Rance, for winning that prize. You jammy wee bastard. Congratulations to you. There we go. And yeah, that could have been me that won that. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, fuck, that's a shame that. There we go. Oh, hell. So well done to Rance indeed for that. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, Rance, if you're able to, email me at kingjadvcmp@gmail.com and we can talk more, you know, off stream, and you can let me know what you want and I'll get it sorted for you some point in the near future. Probably next month, I imagine. So there you go. So congratulations to both our marble winners there. So excellent stuff indeed. Let's see how the bad man's doing, shall we? Let's go to live DSP.
Okay.
So what's he
Oh, wait,
saying?
there's different colors of green. Oh, shucks.
Oh, he's so
Different
confused.
colors of green. Hold on.
The green variants are going to confuse
This one's
him.
wrong.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
They want the lighter green there.
Phil got an anonymous $10 tip. Wow.
That's not supposed to match. That matches.
$57 so far for a Philly
Longer
boy.
green here. Oh, wait.
He is so confused. The buffoon is flummoxed.
Hold on. Some of these are wrong, some of these are right. Gotta fix this.
Oh, this is
Darker lighter.
painful.
Yep. Darker. That's in the wrong spot.
Jesus, man.
That goes there. Okay. Triple white. Double white.
Well, I
black.
think we're going to leave Phil where he is,
Black,
okay?
black.
So, yeah. I wonder if Phil is going to want to continue fucking building this fucking Lego if he doesn't get much more support and contributions, you know? Then again, I imagine he's going to fucking fabricate another $50 anonymous tip just to fucking pretend he's actually successful when he's not. But guys, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thank you very much for joining me for tonight's bingo stream. Of course, there's no bingo tomorrow or Friday because Phil is off tomorrow and Friday. Bingo will hopefully return on Saturday because that's when Phil returns as well. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm going to do a stream or, you know, I mean, I might try and do something tomorrow or Friday. But I don't know if I'm doing anything yet. If I do something, I'll let you guys know. But I guess it's fuck it. It's a detox. We get to enjoy a longer detox than usual, earlier than expected as well, because it's strange for us to have a detox from Phil during the week, you know. So there you go. But I do hope you all enjoy yourselves regardless of whatever you end up doing. And of course, if I don't see you before Saturday, I will hopefully see you for some bingo antics on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I've suspended it, of course, and I'm going to end things. I always end things by putting notorious PNG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So, guys, until Saturday, anyway, I hope you all have a good one, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.